Order.
All right, let's start the meeting at 10:09 a.m. The agenda.
10:10.
Also do. We have the full board here, plus Allison and Kyle, our bookkeeper. Any public comment? No. Good. All right. Next up on the agenda, prior meeting minutes.
Looks good to me.
Yep.
To approve it.
I move to accept.
Both made the motion. Do we have a second?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like, I'm
I
gonna put
missed
you
that.
as a
I
second.
missed that, sorry.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, passes unanimously. Next up, we have financial reports.
The favorite part of
Yeah.
the meeting.
Do we want to start with the balance sheet? Mhm.
What is the QuickBooks tax holding?
Oh, I'm so happy you asked.
Please educate me.
Okay, so yesterday, so I'm gonna default to you on this
Oh,
too, okay? Because I was getting my accounting hankles up, what do you call it, whatever, yesterday. So on October 20th, this transaction appeared in QuickBooks, and it was called, I'm going to try to keep this short, but just to give you like the background, it was called an adjusting entry to create this QuickBooks tax holding account. Okay. And it's classified as an other asset. So I'm like, what is this account? So I chatted with somebody yesterday into it, and it's Infinite Wisdom has decided to create this account. And what they are doing is they are taking money, not physically taking money, but they are making an entry to take money out of the checking account and put it in that tax holding account. So in my world, we already have liability accounts for the payroll taxes.
oh, so they're doing it based upon your payroll calculations?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
we gotta figure out how to undo that.
yeah. So
Okay.
that's not going to happen
Okay.
from what
Okay.
from the conversation I had yesterday.
Right.
So I have not had time to go through the entries,
Okay.
Roger, because I'm thinking, well, what are they debiting and crediting? Like,
Yeah.
how are you increasing the liability if you've got this?
Yeah.
This is like just jargony talk. If you've got this other account, right? Like,
And
and
they
then
just
you're
decided to unilaterally
yes,
implement that?
because they're going to make it
Okay.
cleaner and better for
Okay, well, let's
everybody.
figure out how to unimplement it.
I tried. They're not
Okay.
willing to unimplement it. We may have to find like
Who's
a
doing this? The bank
Okay.
is?
Intuit.
QuickBooks.
Okay.
We may have to find another payroll company because it's just
No, there's gotta be a way, there's gotta be a.
they told me that this is I can go to their
Oh, okay, okay, so this
Engineer.
is QuickBook payroll, not,
yeah. Yeah.
okay,
So I have to look at both sides of the
Okay.
entries to see like what are they debiting, what are they crediting,
Okay.
why is it not going into the
good job.
in the liability account? How are they accruing?
Okay.
Like how
Yep.
and then I'll let you know what it
Okay,
looks like.
fine, thank you.
But it was Allison probably.
Okay.
Allison could
And
probably.
maybe, there may be a way that we can utilize it.
It started on with the October 20th payroll. Now here's my guess. They did this because our payroll taxes come out automatically. And my guess is that they're working with companies, small companies, and then people were overdrawn their bank accounts. Like they weren't taking into consideration, oh yeah, and I have payroll taxes that are due. And Intuit went to take the money out and it bounced. So they think that by making this other account,
Okay.
people are going to look at it. Well, I can tell you after 30 years, people aren't going to look at that account. So we either I need to sit down and figure out the ins and outs of the debits and the credits and figure out what's happening. So,
Oh my
When
God.
when you hear next?
I'm supposed to be here. So I'm trying very hard to stick to 5 hours a week
On
to
Tuesday?
stay on budget.
Okay.
But, so that's what I'm trying to do.
So I can join you next Tuesday.
What is
So
our
anyway.
budget for you monthly?
5 hours a week.
$5 a week?
No, fine.
$5 a week sounds like a
So
really
twen-
good
so
deal.
20 hours a month plus
Yeah.
coming to the meetings and stuff too.
Yeah.
So
So one thing I was gonna, and we don't have to do this now, but I was gonna ask whether I should be the person taking the minutes. Like, but we don't have to like dive into that now, because like last month, did we go 4 hours? 3 hours, because you had executive session. And would my time be better spent like just in the numbers and not at the meeting? Not that I don't enjoy coming, but most of it doesn't pertain to me. I'd like to come because I know what's going on, but I could use that time to do something else. So we don't, no, I just
Yeah,
wanted to
let's
bring it up.
take that as a thought, because I want to talk about later, our meeting format and maybe some changes we make that might actually, hadn't even thought of it in that way, but that might work.
yeah, in the past, we never had that. It's just when things got really complicated, we needed to have someone writing the minutes so we could really pay attention.
But I'd like to come to the presentation of the financials. Yeah, but then I'll skedaddle off and do something else.
There may be
Yeah.
a way that we can deal with that in an automated manner too. We're looking into it, Rotary, that might work.
Thank you.
So that was the QuickBooks tax only.
Yeah, so that's more than you wanted to know.
It's just
No,
seems a
it's
lot
good to
of,
have
yeah.
the background on it. so
It's
understandable.
just, I don't know, I don't know exactly why they did that, but they've done this in the past. They've done things unilaterally in the past.
I'm just looking this up.
I don't think there was anything odd or strange this month that I could really
Yeah,
think
everything
of.
else seems to be pretty clear cut.
That was the
Mhm.
only thing, just looking at it, like I said, I didn't get a chance to
Yeah,
look at this yesterday, but that just quick
Yep.
glance, that was the only thing that was like, whoa.
yep. It jumped out at me too.
Yeah.
But I chatted with them.
Everything else looks like stuff we talked about, and
Yeah. Getting back into the payroll taxes and cleaning it up.
we want to move on to profit law.
Does anybody else have any questions on balance sheet?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll move on to profit and loss.
I feel like the copier use is just like insane for this past month.
Yeah, I just saw that 413. I don't have my computer in front of me. I can go. through.
I can't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Seems
it's
like-
413 for copier use, Allison. Maybe I misposted something in there. See,
Oh,
can you think of anybody who did a lot of copying? I can go grab my
I mean,
computer.
it might be that we just haven't deposited stuff in a while for copier use.
Yeah, but I brought some checks to the bank and they were little. They were.
Maybe,
Yeah, that was small.
Let me look, I can,
we did get donations for the food pantry. So some of that might have been like, we got like $100 in one, and so some of it might have been misattributed.
I was, that might be supposed to be in 400
like
in the general.
Yeah.
That would, yeah, that would be.
maybe they got switched, 'cause that would make more sense,
Yeah.
right?
what's that?
The general and the copier use, because like the general, that $10
Yeah, or
seems
it
more
could-
like a copier use.
It could be an
number.
expense. It could be expense got booked to income. So let me just look and see if I can find it while you're, anything else.
So the copier expense is down below, and
Does it look right?
that looks right, 120.
Yeah, so maybe copier in general, I flipped them there. If you go, actually, if you go to the next report, the one that's the income and expense by
Yep.
detail, you're gonna see what's in those.
Yeah, like there's a,
I should have printed it out.
that's interesting, because if you go to that next one under copier use, there's the interest deposit of $11.16, and then.
No, that's under
30,
interest.
47. I'm wondering if that was somehow. No, because that one makes sense. There's that deposit, 361.25.
Yeah. it's
Yeah,
in the middle.
that's, Hey, you know what? It's in here.
I'm not gonna say.
Mhm.
Look for that.
It could be that just like we deposit from the 4,000 it's in.
Oh, I know for certain one that's not 1125,
Yeah.
that shouldn't be the 4825, that should be under
Under general?
general instead. Because that was the money that Diane donated for the AED.
Okay,
So, yeah, that was my fault for not specifying to you
On Square.
on the square.
Okay. So I'm gonna move that. But I think it's the larger number, Allison.
Yeah, the 361, I would have to look at the.
It's
receipts.
it's gonna be a deposit sheet.
Yeah. I'm just reading through everything, make sure I'm not. Looking for dates too.
It should be in order, and I
Yeah.
think it's like 1125.
Says 11.
1117.
Yeah.
Oh, that's impossible to read.
I can't read anything.
Here,
Doesn't seem like this.
I'm like, I wish I would try to print things, but I don't think this is gonna
because I can
print.
pull it up here too.
I can't look it up there.
I don't know, it's 17.
Oh,
Okay, so here's what it says here is that.
Can you see that?
General
There
supposed
was
to
a
be
general
300
Yeah,
and copy is
But when
61.
we go on to the
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and
Yeah.
forth.
And the general was the participation in the fairy tale festival. So that's what it is that 300 of that.
300 is supposed to
is-
be general.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yep, that was my fault, Allison. Because I have it written down correctly. I wrote it down correctly, but
we could also improve the way we do. Like how I hand deposits to you.
yeah, and some of it's just me learning.
Yeah.
You know,
There's another one.
I'm gonna get my phone, so I'm gonna not do this.
here, I'll hand that particular one I get to it. We have that.
All right. Good catch. Okay, 300 to general and 40 to general. Yeah, I'm looking at that report to see what columns I might be able to get rid of.
Is that every month?
Maybe get rid of that split
Employment
column.
insurance? Is that what we pay every month, or is that just come like quarterly or something?
I'm not sure.
Is that employment insurance quarterly, monthly? That payment?
Is it to Vermont League of Cities and Towns,
Yeah.
the
Here it
ECLT?
says unemployment insurance, 303.
Yeah, the thing though, I was wondering when I paid it, and I should probably follow up, is it's for unemployment, but like I'm not sure, since you changed to a different kind of like now you don't go out and get unemployment insurance, like what that represents from Vermont League of Cities and Towns. Like I think that what they do is they try to like help all the municipals in the state get better rates and things like that on insurance.
Mhm.
Well, if you don't have unemployment insurance, I'm not sure what that's for, unless it might be to help navigate through a claim. If a claim is filed, that they
Yeah,
would
something
step
comes up
in
and they help
and
us
they
out.
would help.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still confused with that. So are we paying into it with the Vermont City and
VLTs,
Leagues?
yeah.
League of
And
City and
in
Towns.
addition to that, this as well?
That is the VLTs.
That is
That is,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, we need to have something.
that's not a taxing authority, and they're not going to pay your an insurance claim. That's not what their purpose is. They're not going to be like, oh, I don't think.
That's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Isn't
Yeah.
that in?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, the unemployment is through them.
Our unemployment insurance is through them.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be,
Okay.
but let's find out, because if there's something wrong or we're double paying somewhere, I don't want that either.
Yeah,
We're definitely not double paying.
I don't know enough
Yeah.
about Vermont League of Cities. No, because we're not paying the state anymore. But I don't know, like if Allison got laid off, like, are they gonna pay her full claim? Like,
That's the
yes.
whole plan.
Mhm.
That's what it should be.
okay,
And is that,
who's the best person to follow up on that to find out?
I forget the name of our contact, but those, I have an email from someone I
Okay.
can reach out to.
Okay,
So that payment, is that monthly?
No,
Quarterly?
no, it's quarterly.
Quarterly,
It's
okay,
quarterly.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's better.
And that's at 303.
Oh, books is, we finally were able to order books
Yes.
and we got some computers. That's that, right?
Yeah, we shouldn't have any more charges.
4 computers.
Professional services, is that
Kyle,
Me,
you and
lawyers.
lawyers? Who are we paying for lawyers?
I don't know if we
We
have.
haven't
I don't think we've, I don't
Okay,
think
no,
we've had any
okay.
expenditures.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, I did see like yours went up last month, like it, I don't know if that's normal, like what we pay, there was.
well, the first month I worked only a few hours, so it was 163. Then
Oh,
last
yeah.
month is I worked 5 hours a week, and so it was 502 or something like that.
Right, and that's normal, what we do.
Yeah, it's gonna be 5. It's gonna be normal. That's why I'm trying to stick to the 5
Yeah.
hours a week so
Right.
that I don't blow out that budget line.
Yep. And you're just starting in, so I'm sure there's like some extra time that you need to.
I've been,
No.
I kind of stuck to the 5. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The filing hasn't gotten done that Carol left, so it'll get done.
And that's what we have budgeted is.
Yep.
500 a month.
That's what Carol told me, 5 hours a week.
Right.
So some
Well,
weeks,
some
some
months-
months will
some months will be
have,
5 weeks,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So it's 13 weeks a quarter times 4.
I think everything printed, Pam.
Thank you.
We're 52 weeks times.
So 20 hours approximately a month.
Well, it's more
it
accurate. I don't have
changes.
my phone. Yeah, it's more, so there's
And what are
50
we paying hourly?
52 weeks in a year, 5 hours times 25, 125 a week. So 125 times 52 weeks.
Okay. Right, so, yeah,
So pretty much the budget.
right,
That's what I
and
trying
we
not.
need every minute of it probably.
Here you go, Diane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a
Thank you.
few things that I think I can find some efficiencies of time. Well, I'll talk to Roger.
Including this, yeah,
This would be an efficiency of time, yeah.
Yeah. although obviously it is helpful to have you here for some.
No, for this, I think I should,
Yeah.
yeah, because that way you're not like, let's ask Kyle, oh, let's, you know. Because I usually can answer them in real time.
Any other questions or anything sent that's anyone?
Did we get one of those, or is that yours?
You can take that over the meeting.
No other questions?
Move on to budget versus action.
Oh my God. Knocking out my computer check. The amount of times I've closed. Mention and come back.
Carol, do you know how within QuickBooks, Carol
That's the back
hadn't
part,
gotten
but
to it,
it's-
and I hadn't been able to
other
hook
part
up
of
with her,
here.
and that was
Yeah.
my fault. If we identified budget items
Hard to read
that
that
hit
from
at
here.
certain points in
Okay,
time during the
me-
year. Right now, the budget versus.
Yeah, it's all weird.
It's spread, it just spread,
It's, yeah,
and you can override that within, have you done that? Have you?
yeah, I can,
Do you know how to do that?
I can
So if
tell you the screen.
Okay, so if I give you a
She
list
changes?
of, for these categories, this is when they hit.
Mhm.
We can budget them into those timeframes and make the budget
Total
versus
is-
actual meaningful.
Can I
Let's
just
see
do
if
this?
maybe we can do that next Tuesday when you're here.
Okay,
Here we go.
It shouldn't
I
take,
think so.
it shouldn't take, even if we don't get it all done together, if I give you the list, if it takes you a few extra hours to do it, yeah, we'll work that in, but that'll
Is
give us
that where
more
it's supposed to be?
meaningful
Yeah.
Budget,
This
budget
general?
budget
Yeah,
versus
like-
actual reports are meaningless as
Yeah.
they sit.
Oh,
And there's not that many, accounts.
No, they're not.
So
And-
that's nice.
And there are
But I like
only
to be able to look at
half a
something
dozen
like,
that
I
have
know, I
got
need
meaningful
that
numbers
too.
on them.
Yeah.
Like when we get money from the
Wow.
Yeah,
town.
like, that's the first one, yeah, because that's a big number,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and you only get it twice.
Otherwise, we keep spending all this money and we've had no revenue this month.
Yeah,
Well,
and
of
we
course
can talk
haven't.
about changing the format
Yeah.
too, of like,
Yeah.
she had
Yeah.
it set to remaining.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you might like
Well,
that format. I always did over, under.
Whatever works,
Definitely.
right? I'm gonna be going back and forth.
Okay.
I keep closing the reports by accident. and I'm just
So you
like,
can
I-
freeze the,
Does everyone
columns.
have
That's what you just did.
special updates?
Yeah, that's what it-
That's exactly.
that's what it- that's how it works.
Old school, I'm like, because that's what we want to look at is total,
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
We can move the, yeah. I can
looking
freeze
at-
that one, so when it comes through, it
Yeah.
will be frozen, but I can't do it in PDF, only
Yeah.
when
The
it's out.
The green one that you're having issues with.
green one I can't open.
Yeah.
The green one, the Excel,
You might not, do you not?
Do you have Excel?
That'd be one.
That's why.
You can
I don't
open it
know.
as a Google sheet.
Do you have,
You can open it with a Google sheet.
I
Do you have
don't know
Gmail?
how to do that.
So right click it.
Is it worth maybe just like printing this out for a meeting? So we don't
Yeah.
have to do.
Yeah,
this?
yeah, I think so.
I know people like to save the trees, but we could.
We can, at least, we could
Yeah.
do the budget
Feels like we
anyway.
save might save
Yeah.
some time just having
Yeah.
Yeah.
some of it on paper.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
maybe
the
not every
balance-
report we can read very
Yeah.
easily. And just we can
Numbers,
report.
where'd that come from? It did that to
online.
me
With
earlier.
paper, I
too.
feel like
You
if I
go
have it
through
and I
and
can like.
cancel out.
I'll double
It won't
side
go
it
away.
and so it'd only be like,
I don't
it'll be 2
care.
pages.
Okay.
It's like once a month, it's.
Yeah. And then we'll
Alright,
recycle.
Thank you.
Good job.
How'd you know that?
I'll bring it home, burn it in my wood stove.
Like there
Figure it
are
out.
many other ways we can save the
Yes.
planet.
I've never seen numbers before, but there it is.
I'm putting it in their chicken coop. Some way to do it.
Oh, that's
How
Now you have to
I've
be
seen this
covered.
one.
Savings are bad
You wanna
enough.
look at my-
Well, I can look at 3 copies.
Okay. You can look at what?
3 copies. Okay.
Okay, so.
Roger and I just had like a little sidebar about making the
Yes.
budget versus actual a little bit more meaningful too with,
Yeah.
for next year.
Yeah.
We're-
Well, I've
we're-
been, I have to say, I've been
Yeah.
sort of threatening to do that for a long time and just couldn't get around to it. And
Yeah.
my bad completely.
So-
You did change something, right? You were trying to get rid of something or you didn't?
Well. I did.
Because you're like, what do you really want to be looking at? What
Yeah,
what do we
I-
have left for
what I-
money?
I
have to
was
go to 8.
saying to Kathy, we met late last month and then now we met early and then we met early in the morning. So I'm going to give you some variations and I'll bring them on paper and say, which one do you like better?
Okay.
And hopefully Roger and I will meet next Tuesday so that I can pull from his wisdom too.
What time do you typically get here?
Oh my gosh. I'd rather get here earlier than later so I can get home before dark,
Okay.
selfishly.
Oh, I need time to study this one, to figure it out.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Okay,
I think I'll work with Roger. It will get better.
And we are halfway through right now. So
Yeah.
everything should be depending on,
Well,
We're not halfway through.
We're not?
On that one, we're
in 5 months. Yeah, that's true.
oh, okay.
Next.
so if you look at
December is not a
December,
buying month. There's not a
how
whole
much
lot
is left?
in December.
wait a minute, why is it saying 100%?
It's not a.
Yeah, I don't like,
month.
yes.
So some of these things, it's like, you're gonna go up and down.
Yeah.
Did that?
Sorry,
Mine
that
is
was me.
103.
That was. one thing I was doing.
Like some of them say, oh,
right,
100%
I'm just-
remaining because we haven't paid that one.
All
or
right,
We've
so
used it all up and that's
I'm
because
looking
you only pay it
I
earlier.
go
or
back to
something
whatever
was-
that
Right,
item
yeah.
was, and I
Yep.
lost it.
And just so y'all know, Richard signed the check. I just got the invoice, email from Marco with the
Yeah.
health engine. He just sent it. And yeah, it was a lot. And I emailed him back to say, hey, like, what time periods I introduced myself and then said, hey, what time periods does this cover? And I haven't heard back from him. So I will ask him because I'm kind of nudgy about that. Like, I
Yeah.
like to know, like,
Yeah, what you're paying for?
so it was a big bill. It was a big amount that came through. It was like $5,000, I think, wasn't it,
Yeah.
Allison?
Yeah.
So where you see that, like, it looks like nothing, health insurance, because it won't come until this month.
How frequently do they allocate their monies? Is it quarterly or monthly
I
or
don't-
whenever?
Infrequently.
I think it's the whenever.
Yeah.
Whenever. Okay, so you never know when you're gonna get a
Yes.
big chunk of
Mhm.
change.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you gonna get a bill?
Yeah.
When they're gonna bill us for health insurance.
Well,
And,
sort of their
and that is
philosophy is
something that
we've already
Carol
given you
tried
this.
to
Yeah.
Work on.
Mhm.
The other thing
asked
is,
To be billed regularly and,
if we know what it is annually,
Yeah.
unless it changes through the year,
Yeah.
I can just set up a check that is 112, and it's like, here you go, Marco.
Yeah.
True it up when you need to.
When you're ready, yeah.
Yeah, true it up if this isn't right.
Yeah, that may or may not work at his end though.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is an idea.
Yeah.
But he may get a little
Yeah, he may not.
frustrated. Yeah.
And then under the equipment furnishings, it's in negative because of the computers.
yes.
Yeah.
But we've used some of our extra money for that, and we're hoping there'll be extra left over
What-
to go
what line
towards
are
it,
you on?
right?
Well,
Is it
there,
310?
you all agreed to do,
Okay.
out of DVL, VCF, yeah, Vermont Community Fund, and the other half was out of surplus from last year.
Right, so we haven't transferred the money from BCF to
No.
us yet, so we
No.
should,
That's a Roger or Richard job.
Okay.
You have one more
They
computer
hired
to
them.
order, right?
So, no, the last computer, it's been paid for already. It's just on its way here because it was down. So
Or do we
Originally.
wait and see if we have surplus and don't have to go into it, you know?
Well, right now we're doing okay. We haven't needed it.
well, we
Right.
You already made the motion.
we
Yeah.
made the motion and we've
Yeah.
approved the transfer, so let's not short ourselves skinny.
Okay.
And how much did I mean, I can go back to those minutes, but what did we, say we were gonna,
3,000 from the VCF.
3,000 from DCF?
Yeah, I think it was half and half. I'd have to. look
Yeah,
at the
so it's
notes.
6,000 in total we're spending. Okay, I'll check into how to do it unless you already know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look into how to do it and then, we'll coordinate and we'll make the transfer.
Yeah.
And we'll put that we're gonna need it anyway, might as well put it right to checking account. Okay.
So line
If you,
5320,
if you are finding these
bank
sheets,
charges,
if you're saving
is that
So I didn't hear.
5320?
Wow.
Bank charges,
20, that's just the help.
119.69.
If it dies after this one, don't worry about it.
It goes in a
We-
book.
Okay,
that.
Do we know what that is? Because I feel like I've seen the bank charges, but I don't remember that particular
That's
number.
right.
That was just
Yeah, okay.
if I remember correctly.
Remember they did the payment? I
Yeah.
think that's what it was
So
from,
we
but
didn't-
it was
I
like the
think
bank
so,
did.
like 2
put
days
it in there, that's why.
Oh,
The bank didn't
okay.
post it, even though
Okay.
we didn't
So
make
did that
payment.
go away?
Miscellaneous?
The-
Miscellaneous?
No, the
Line
bank charge.
5320, the bank charges.
We haven't gotten them reversed yet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now, I had a question about the postal postal charge. There was one for
Postage and shipping?
postage and shipping.
Yeah.
Yes, it was like $210. I'm just curious what it is.
It's in the.
It's the courier service.
Yeah.
I thought courier was part of a grant,
We do have a grant, but then it's only for part of it,
part of it.
and then we have to pay into it. Once Allison comes back, I'm pretty sure that's what that one is. It is confusing, but I think that's what I remember.
I guess, by the time you get over to the other side of it.
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
budget $200 a month for it. But it was more, but
Mhm.
postage and shipping, we just confirming or asking 242.99 courier service.
Courier is about 200.
And that's what we have budgeted. We're going over a little bit
So-
for,
Yeah. Let's,
we have a grant, but it covers part of it, not all of it. Yeah. Because I think the courier service is,
we should be getting that grant in soon.
okay,
Yeah. I filled out all the paperwork. Actually, somebody just asked on the listserv the other day, we're gonna be getting the checks soon.
but even with the grant, I mean, I think because we have it twice a week, it's 400 a month, right?
Yeah.
So we,
No, it's 200, it's
Right.
210.
The grant comes in,
Oh,
we
okay.
bring the grant in as income, as
Okay.
revenue,
Yeah,
and then these are the expenses. So these are the actual expenses.
okay, so it's 200 plus the postage,
Yeah.
extra stuff, yeah.
Yep.
and our postage is
So,
usually more in the summer when the kids are out of school. Cause
so then it'll come in a different area that the grant comes in, so we won't see that. It's just-
it'll be like in the programming where, we've actually taken on stuff to, money to pay for programming, but it's going to be negative because
Oh, I'm still on the courier.
I know, but I'm saying it's similar to
Okay,
that, like, like line
Right.
dancing, right? We spent $1,500
Right.
on line dancing.
You got the money.
We've gotten donations to cover that, but in that line item, it's always gonna look like
Yeah,
we're over because we actually did spend more than we estimated. We just took in. We can't,
Yeah, we were able to spend more because
Yeah.
we got money directly
yeah, we
reimbursement
can't
for
put
it.
it in that line item because you can't
Right.
subtract the amount of money that you.
right. So how much is the grant for the year that we're getting?
For the courier,
Hmm.
That's a good question.
And
I
I
have to
think
look
that's
that up.
partly how we were able to bump it up to
To
two
right.
times a
Yeah.
week, so that- because we're getting this grant.
Right, yes, off the top of my head, I'm not positive, but I'll look it up and find out.
Okay, great. Does that answer it? Yes. It's confusing, but
It's-
it's good.
I think it's something, it's 900 maybe. Ish.
Also some, so not,
No, it doesn't cover the entire cost, and it's not meant to.
yeah,
Um,
so it covers.
it covers a
Like
portion.
4.5 months of it. Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
it's better than paying everything.
And the post, like the wrapping all those books up individually and.
Yeah, it saves
So hard.
so much staff time and energy and money. Like I just ordered more of those bubble mailers because we were out and the case of them was $30. Like that's another expense another thing that's gotten much more expensive. It used to be next to nothing.
Any other items to stand out to anyone? Say what?
We're
She's in the zone.
high
Yeah.
on some,
Oh, no,
low on
sorry.
some, and it balances out by the end of the year, right?
Yeah, that's the goal, I think. I'll just throw this in quickly, but Kathy asked me before we came in, if I could look at or come up with some list or numbers of what are in our budget, what is committed. So for examples of that would be payroll taxes. We know those are fixed numbers, health insurance, and then
Unemployment insurance, yeah.
Right.
all
and then
those things.
what numbers,
Where's
What
our
line
where's our
items?
flexibility?
yeah.
What is actually the total number that we are spending in the library for whether it's books and all those other types of materials that we have
Right.
The
here.
basic operating costs.
Exactly.
And then
Yeah,
everything.
Versus
like
what's-
discretionary, non-discretionary.
I mean, I tried to figure it out a little bit and it gave me a better idea of how much our actual monies are being spent in the library, which
And that
was
way-
very surprising to me. Very surprising how little it was.
Oh, so you're talking about other than things like salaries,
How little,
right?
right,
Right.
yeah, once you figure in the salaries, the benefits, the unemployment, the health, all
Yeah.
those things, how much money we've already committed to that.
Yep.
And then just do the basic
don't-
math
we
of
don't- we
what's
don't-
left over.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how much you actually have to spend in it.
It's
I
not a
was
lot of
very
money.
surprised.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. It kind of turned my head around.
I think if we have some, like what you were just saying, like just a basic expense, like the basic operating,
Operating costs.
yes,
Hmm.
basic operating costs. And just, is there a way to have that just like plain black and white? We don't need like the whole Excel spreadsheet. Basic operating costs, this number, expenditure costs, this number, totals, this number. That way it's just broken into like very simple, basic, not so much.
You mean a summation of, you want to see it by category or you want to just see it in total?
Like in total. So like we have like this broken down expenses and we have it broken down like this into the bottom. But I mean, the copier expense, I wouldn't consider that like a necessary for the library.
You still have to, yeah, you still have to pay
But-
for those types of things, right?
But I mean, like, that's just like quite literally
Okay.
no power to the library. What is our power office?
Can we get more?
But like basic,
Well,
not like the
Get
bare
more
minimum.
basic.
It feels like it
What
was a
does it
huge amount
cost
before.
to operate the
what it
library?
was.
Any
Did they
fancy schmancy
do a
stuff?
lot?
But when we,
Yeah, no,
but I guess we need to really get our hands as a group around what is it that we want to include in that and don't want to include in that,
Yeah.
because what's our goal with this? I mean, do we say, I mean, we know that electricity, payroll are
Yeah,
fundamental.
yes.
What, as we look at these line items, would we say we would not include in what we're calling sort of basic library operations? What would you, as you look down the expense lines, what would you say you would not include in that?
I would say, what I'm thinking, like online services, like certain subscriptions that we have.
Okay, well, let's
You
go, let's, I mean, literally, and if we're gonna do
Yeah.
this in any kind of an automated manner, we need to literally identify what do we want to see carved out from that? And if we just go down the expense lines one by one, what do you think that you would not want in what you're calling basic operations? Would you include telephone and internet? Would you include books and materials? Would you include office supplies and cataloging?
Yeah, I don't know why we would split it up. I
No.
don't think that that's a worthwhile
Yeah,
time.
because you're gonna
investment.
find that you say, okay, what did you take staff
I wouldn't
development
say
out of
that.
that? I mean, it's pretty much everything we do here is
What I'm talking about is the things that are out of our control that we
out
have
of
to
our,
pay.
okay,
Yeah.
We have no
right,
power over that.
right,
We don't have
right.
any power over the
in the
health.
federal budget, you've got
Exactly.
Social Security as a committed item.
Right,
Uh,
exactly.
I think
We hope.
That's what I'm looking at
Yeah,
versus,
Okay.
okay,
So
we know we
what
have.
are
Yes,
our
thank you. That's
locked-in
kinda what I'm
costs
trying
and
to
what do we actually have some control over?
Yeah.
We can control over, we can
put
control
control
how
over
much we spend
salaries,
on
that's
books and
right.
materials.
Yes.
Right, we can,
We can.
right.
Then that's what we're here for, to control those things. We control big ones at budget time.
I
We
think,
can- we-
I think the whole idea behind it is that just to find where there's wiggle room, where there's
Okay,
availability
okay.
to move, because like just trying to get the computers, that was, we talked about that for what, 3-4 different meetings,
Yeah.
trying to figure out where to move that money. But if we just had something just basic, that I like that, that's what I was thinking, the controllable versus uncontrollable. If we had that, like, okay, these are the controllable
Right.
expenses.
And
This is
what
where
are our
we-
discretionary accounts?
Yeah.
What do we truly control for budgeting?
Yeah.
And for control for spending each month? I mean, we could say tomorrow, sorry, no more books.
Right.
I mean, we wouldn't.
Well, I mean, it's all controlled. It's all controllable.
We couldn't say, we're not paying you next month without firing you.
We
Right,
could
so,
say we're
and I
gonna
think
decrease.
I think we're on the same
Only if
way.
you're
with
We
it.
can decrease hours, we can decrease staff, you can do that, I mean, that is all in our control. And benefits every year can be changed,
Right,
not that
but,
we
but,
want
but
to
but
or
we're
going
doing
to at
that
all.
at the time of
It
creating
is.
the budget, at the time of creating the budget, as opposed to once we've committed to that, short of something disastrous,
Yeah, right.
we can't just not make a payroll check. We can say, we have to, we can't afford to do X, Y, or Z. And I think we're on the
Okay.
same page. Let's see if we can identify what
Yeah.
are truly
Oh.
our discretionary accounts once the year has started.
That sounds.
I mean, it's all discretionary when we're putting the budget
Like
together.
public relations, membership
right.
dues,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Yep.
that, yeah.
cleaning,
Yep,
Mhm.
books.
right, okay.
And we also have, I mean, the town pays for this building and all the utilities in it too,
Yeah.
which we don't even put into any of this. Like that's,
What's that? I'm sorry, what's that?
the town covers this building, anything that needs to be done to it, all of the utilities.
Sure.
That's
Okay.
town. We don't even.
Yeah,
have
okay,
it in
yeah,
the
but I mean, I was
budget.
using that as sort of
Yeah.
an example, the
But I
kind
think
of
we
thing
forget
that,
that sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty, you
But
probably
like,
don't
Right.
because you didn't have that before,
I
right?
didn't have that.
Like my
before.
concern would be like,
Yeah.
if like, heaven forbid, knock on wood, something absolutely awful happened. And there was a reason we needed to find a way to really move finances around real fast. I think just having that would just be a really good way to be like, okay, we got to freeze buying books for like the next 2 months because this money needs to go towards whatever that
Right.
awful event was that's not going to happen because I'm not getting one.
Yeah. And a lot of this would be, books and materials and programming. Those are the two things that would be like if
Yeah.
an emergency situation,
Yep.
we work with what we already have and that's it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, the postage and shipping, I feel like we can.
Yep.
be flexible with that too.
As part of that is the interlibrary loan, which like people take books in and out, which we're signed up for, so we would have to like remove ourselves from that, wouldn't we?
We could decrease it.
But yeah, we did, we sign, when we get the grant, we sign saying that we're going to. do
Yes,
this.
ma'am.
So,
The
For
two
the
times
year.
a week.
we agree to participate in this.
Well, let's just see what happens when
Yeah.
that rolls
mean,
through and then
This is not, it's not gonna happen ever, so we don't ever have to worry about
That's great.
Right.
think positive.
Right.
Knocking on wood and crossing my fingers and salt the windshield back on.
All right.
it. There's also, there, at some point in time in the future, when I have, copious amounts of extra free time, I would like to create a disaster plan, and financials is part of a disaster plan. Like if a tornado comes or an avalanche and what do we do? How do we save?
Right.
Like what books do we save first?
Yep.
What do we call to have them all frozen, or like so that's financial recovery and financial preparedness is also part of a disaster.
Yep.
All right.
It's one of those down the road projects.
Anything else with budget versus actual?
No.
Geez, Louise.
And moving on.
Literally just close it.
I don't-
Where are we at? Okay, we're good with that? Okay.
All right. All right, good done.
Okay, so no votes. We don't, okay, good. So now you guys will go into executive session.
We are going to make a motion. Let's see. I just sent it this
Yes.
morning. You guys probably didn't get it because it's not like.
I got it.
You saw the email I just
Yep.
sent,
I got it. And
When
we
did
can-
you send it?
like right before the meeting. I just.
What?
got-
about 1 minute to 10.
What do we have?
An email on going into executive session, which is what we had talked about for the reason we wanted to go into that. And I'm prepared for that.
One second, let me open up the.
Some doesn't want to get some.
Where the hell's my?
Library email thing.
Yeah, 9:59 this morning.
Yeah, right
Oh.
before the meeting, right when I got.
Checking. I did not receive anything about it You said this morning or so?
Laura@doverfree.org is what. I
Yeah,
put, so.
it's not in my.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read your emails.
It's very short.
Um,
Did you send it to me
Nope.
or, okay.
The board.
Laura M at doverfree.org.
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah, it's not in my,
Interesting.
No.
right here.
Okay.
I have it.
Okay, so I'd move we go into executive session. Only take us about 5 minutes.
Should be pretty quick. Yeah.
Okay, it is.
Do we
So
have a
we need
second?
to have a second.
I will second it at 10:54 tender.
Okay,
All in favor?
aye.
I,
Aye.
okay, see.
Okay.
Opposed?
Roger.
All right, we're going next.
You want me-
As I say at the bar, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Okay, all right, let me,
Who watches the Great British Baking Show?
Oh,
Oh, they kick them, they kick them out on the,
Yeah.
it's like,
oh,
You could
it's
just
because
leave
I-
it blank. I could have
I turned
filled
my
it in.
phone.
10:57, I made the motion
okay.
and Laura seconded it.
All right, we're back.
Okay,
All right, we ended the executive session at 10:57. Got everyone back in the room. So. you
Okay.
wanna-
okay, I'd
Do
like
we
to,
have to, okay,
I have to let-
I'd like to discuss the issue of, having a library, reimburse the library director for, Rotary Club dues. There is a strong relationship between the library, particularly the library director and the children's librarian, and the Rotary Club of Deerfield Valley. Their dues are not inexpensive. They're $500 and maybe 505. It's a combination of Rotary International dues is about 105. District dues are about 50 and local dues are 360. That's a significant chunk of change on in my opinion, on a library director's compensation. And I'd like to propose that to continue to encourage the interaction. Ali is now volunteered for two committees, two
Yes.
projects, the Memorial Day barbecue and parade event, and the Operation Warm, which is a project, significant project of the Rotary that arranges, purchases, and gives out warm winter clothing to needy through coordination with the schools in the area. So I'd like to, and there is sufficient room in the professional development budget for fiscal
25, 26.
yeah, the one we are in right now, 25, 26. And partly because that was level funded from the prior year, which had been on the high side. So there's a little bit of extra room in there. And there should be no reason that we can't fit $500 into the budget for next year. I don't think it's something that needs to be guaranteed. I don't think it needs to be part of compensation. I think it's something to encourage continued involvement by the library director, whoever he or she may be at any point in time, to encourage interaction in a community that significantly supports the library through grants and I know understands through pen pals with kids. Ali asked me if I wanted to do that. I said I would rather shoot myself first. So I would,
We found 12 gullible people who were happy to do it.
glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I would like to make a motion to approve reimbursement of Rotary Club Deerfield Valley dues, RI district and local, for a library director for fiscal year 25, 26. At
so the dues are due. What, can we ask questions first?
sure.
before
Oh,
we
sure.
make
I'm
a
sorry. I
motion?
should have.
Is that all right? I'm guessing
My
there
bad.
might
I
be.
withdraw my motion.
Okay,
Fine.
pause on
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
right?
pause on it.
What are
Timing-
they due every year?
Timing, the Uh, the district dues are billed to the local club in July and in December, roughly half and half. It's not quite an even split. That's RI dues. District dues are billed in July, and local dues are billed quarterly at $30 a month. So there will have been by now, what are we in November? The district dues will have been billed for the first half. District dues, the $50 of these, so about $100 of district and RI dues will already have been billed. And July through December will have been billed. So July, August, September, October, and $180 of the local dues. So 180, about $300, a little less than $300 will have already been billed and would be subject to reimbursement. The rest would be coming in two additional bills. One will contain the second half Rotary International dues, and the next 3 months. That'll be the January, February, March billing probably. It also depends on when the treasurer gets to it. And I'm no longer treasurer, so I don't have any control over that anymore.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now because we did just get billed.
Okay.
For something. And I didn't even open it. I didn't want to look at it.
So this is for this year coming out of professional development.
Yes.
And voted on every year. I mean, we're doing the budget right now for
Right.
next year.
Yeah.
So,
Should be able to fit it in. We should try to fit it into next year. My suggestion would be that we put it into next year's budget as well.
and it will possibly cut into their like library.
Well, I mean, we've got
events.
some control over that. Yeah. And it's how much we budget.
Does professional development seem like the right line item, or isn't there a membership dues?
I think the other potential is
Membership dues, we
Mem-
keep really low. It's like $400 or something.
This is a membership.
Yeah, we
too.
could,
450 and this is a
we could,
membership,
I
right?
mean.
I don't know.
$1,000 could be added to that,
Yeah.
or,
there was another one that I saw too. It was called no, I guess it was membership dues that I was looking at.
So you're saying this money would come out of professional development for the rest of the year, which would take us to
How do you feel about
July.
that?
So that would be, that would leave us with like $400 for the rest of the year for your professional development with the staff. That's
yeah.
what we're saying with.
Well, I
this.
think what's our total budget for for
Yeah.
this year, for staff development?
Staff development. $2,000 spent 901 so far. So that leaves,
If we spend 3 more
1100.
hundred, yeah,
so if it's like 5 something,
Does
let's
that work
just call
for you?
it 6.
Yeah,
You
the
have
only thing-
500 left for the rest of the year.
Yeah, the only thing we have coming up in this calendar year is VLA, which is in May usually, and they only charge us to attend because we just drive up. I think if it's in Killington again this year, hopefully we just drive up for the day and then drive back.
no additional out of pocket.
I mean,
And what is
we
the
pay for
cost
food.
to go there? Is just the food? Like
Yeah.
you have to pay to go to
No,
it?
you have to pay to go to
And
it.
how much is that?
I'd have to look at.
Or you don't
it
go this year
changes-
if this is what we do?
Yeah,
You know?
it changes every year. Plus, all 3 of us go. So, I mean, all 3 of us don't have to go.
Because we're
Um,
looking at salary for that too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then
Housing,
someone
food.
in the library as well.
Well, if it's
Yeah.
in Killington, there's no housing.
Okay.
Is it usually in Killington now?
It's
Or-
been in Killington the last 2 years. A couple years before that, it was in Burlington. It's just basically wherever VLA decides.
And they haven't
to
put it out
have
there yet?
And they have not. I can look right now to see if they have announced it.
I mean, that is something
Yeah.
we're doing, and
Yeah.
we have to take it from somewhere. And
Would you
that
find
could
that
affect you.
being cut out if?
Yeah,
we
I
move
mean,
forward with
500
this?
is more than enough for all 3 of us to go to VLA.
And
So
extra
if it's in-
staffing.
If it's in Burlington, then
Then what?
It's in, if
Money
it's in
it goes.
Burlington, then it's still, yeah, it's
Then
really,
will
then
it
it's
not
gonna,
go this year,
then
or-
$500 still, would still cover it. We just,
Yeah, because I mean, there are more expenses around that than I realized. And I am happy you guys are doing professional development, but they're, just looking through the receipts, it's like, okay, there's, yeah, extra staffing for here if we want to keep it open. We
Mhm.
have, staff, costs for 3 people working,
Mhm.
reimbursement for gas and
Food.
your automobile, food, lodging, adds up,
Mhm.
so it's.
when I drive, I don't submit.
And I kind of would hate to take that away from the staff because it seems like it's very positive for you guys.
It is very helpful.
So that's my
meet with other
concern with,
people from all
Yeah.
around the state,
Mhm.
which is, it's always I always found that was a
Good
great
thing,
thing.
yeah.
Professional.
Yeah.
It
They don't
is.
have anything about their
Mhm.
events up yet.
Yep.
There's something up.
and you feel, this relationship is important.
Well, I mean, we've gotten 2 grants from Rotary in the last 2 years. They paid for the entirety of Safe Center for Kendra.
Which was how much?
What was the grant we got from Rotary?
500?
500?
I think.
So it's like 500.
Yeah,
a
and
year
then
grants.
they paid for all these chairs, which was like 1,500, I think. So that's $2,000 in 2 years.
I mean, we did ask, when you came on, we wanted someone who would really be working with the community.
Yeah.
And we like that. Although I'm a little concerned for you when I hear all these projects that you're taking on.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a,
it's
it's a lot.
taking away from my family, not you guys. Yeah, but Project Warm is something that I hold close to my heart, and getting kids in warm coats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see, can see.
Can there be even more connection with the library when you're doing projects like that, or some of the Rotary ones could, like the place
Big drop off.
be library sometimes for some of these things,
Yeah.
because I would like that,
Absolutely. We're
Sure.
actually having a development meeting here. I don't remember what day Deb said, but for the newest fundraising. Do you guys remember the naked calendars?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We're doing that again.
Oh, God.
Why not? Why not?
But we had in the early 2000s, for those of us who weren't here, there was the first one was called Ladies of the Valley, and then afterwards it was opened up to people of all genders. But it was a big hit. They made like $13,000 a year on these calendars, and so it was always a fundraiser for the fuel assistance. But now it'll be a Rotary project. So
Okay, are they actual naked people? And what is this?
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
there are. I mean, it's all like
They're hidden behind
Tasteful,
yeah,
tasteful.
it's like.
but yeah.
So you don't see anything, but you know that. Yes.
Sign me up.
We already I guess the president of Mount Snow has already volunteered.
Oh,
to be
general
involved.
manager?
The general
Yeah,
manager.
Leah.
Yeah. So there is interest in the community, but so the library is going to host be hosting the meeting.
The meetings, and yeah, I mean, if you're
So-
doing that coat thing, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you need to make sure it's a central and working location, but if there's any more connection you
Yeah.
could do to have things here, would be great.
Yeah.
So,
When I was at Petty, Rotary gave a big grant for the teen room. They gave like $5,000 for the new young adult room, and we hosted breakfast for Rotary and handed out library
Yeah,
cards.
and it's a matter of,
Yeah.
submitting a grant request for something that isn't a normal operating cost item.
yeah,
Pretty much anything else is fair game for submission.
right.
And as long as they've got the dough, I mean, the library has been a good you know, a good target.
Right, and would like to be a resource for people in
Yeah.
our town,
Yeah.
so. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Right.
So we have a motion on the
Anyone
table.
else have questions? I feel
Okay.
like I've been.
Yeah, we don't-
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
making sure that our budget can handle it.
That was-
And
yeah.
it-
Oh, you can?
Fine,
Okay,
we've,
Yeah.
okay.
we've had that discussion, you know, so if things change with that
Yeah, and
BLA,
like
then.
this may in the
Yeah.
future lead to not going to that if
Yeah.
we can't afford it.
Yeah.
Which would you find with breaking that news to the staff?
I'll send them and I'll stay here.
Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know, you know,
I mean, I've gone for, the only year I haven't gone that they've had it, they didn't have it during COVID. The only year I didn't go was the year that I was very, very, very pregnant. And I didn't go that year. I did not want to give birth to my child.
yeah. And we've already, and we've checked through like I always forget the BL, whatever,
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
that
so
this
that
is,
was-
this
that
is
was-
legal, what we're
That
doing.
was the
so
first, that
forth.
was the first thing I had checked, that there's no
Yeah.
prohibition.
I'll say that
against
out loud in case
Lots of-
anyone's
Yes.
listening.
it. I think. it's-
Lots of libraries
Yep.
do.
Yep.
Do this.
Okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
The motion to reimburse for the fiscal year 25-26 Rotary Club of Deerfield Valley dues, including district and Rotary International. I move,
Do we have to say taken out of the?
taken out of the
Professional development, you said?
yes, professional development account. And budgeting plan to,
I second it.
All in favor?
I,
Passes unanimously.
hooray.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Welcome. Have fun there.
Don't forget, you can say no.
Yeah.
Yes, oh no, I know.
Somebody says no can be a whole sentence. Yeah.
Or let me think about it and I'll get back to you.
I've been emceeing the Memorial Day presentation for the last 2 years. And last year, the year before there were no kids in in the parade, the kids ride their bikes, or they always used to. And 2 years ago, I think it was my daughter and 2 other kids. It was kind of a crappy day. But last year, so many Dover kids in it, and we pushed up here to get Dover kids. And one of the Dover kids won the bike
Nice.
decorating contest. So yeah.
Good.
Cool.
All right, we ready to move on to the 26-27 budget?
Okay, I'm all done.
Yeah,
So what we were waiting on for this was the amount of amount of money that was going to be pulled from the previous years. How much money you were going to put in from, if I remember correctly.
Oh, right, because there's that deficit, isn't there,
Yeah.
Allison? Yeah.
I don't know how much is left.
Are we on like budget and looking at it right now and voting? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, all the next.
Is there something I should be looking at?
Yeah.
Yes, from our last meeting. I had a question too. I thought when I saw this employee evaluation thing that maybe it was regarding staff.
Oh,
And the position and title and responsibilities. That's what I thought that was actually.
that's kind of what I thought it was too.
Oh,
Want to go back?
then you would need to be in it.
Yeah.
Are you guys on the same page or not? Because
I'm sorry, where are we? Yeah.
we have some staffing that we're considering changing some responsibilities,
Yeah.
wages, and that's important as far as our discussion regarding budget.
Was that
Yeah.
part of what we
Yes, we
discussed last
did.
meeting?
We did. We
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, so
Fantastic.
last meeting you asked Ellis
Yes.
to come with a
Description.
description of a job description for like what he was hired as for the assistant librarian position, and what a assistant director position would look like.
Did you get that?
He's prepared to come in and present to you.
So we won't go into executive, we'll just listen to it and.
Sure, yeah. Okay, let me go.
These were the-
Oh, he's with somebody right now.
It's done.
But that, and there was another question regarding increased hours for Kendra do affect the budget that we need to discuss.
Yeah,
Increase.
that would.
I remember that.
Yes.
Hello.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Look at that.
Oh, look at you all
Thank
paid.
you.
I don't need one if you need an extra. I know I
You
printed.
you got
it.
enough. Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ellen.
Thank you.
So what I have done is I have taken the exact listing for the job description of the one that I currently have, the one that I applied to. And I have, that's the first one.
That's
Okay.
And then the second one is a potential job description for the assistant director position. Allison and I went over it and we both agree that this looks pretty decent. I have actually taken the liberty of highlighting the parts of the job description that I already do that go beyond the current job description that I have.
Okay,
And as you can see, it's quite a lot.
okay.
And yeah, if you have any questions about the description itself.
Okay, so make sure I understand, the descriptions in the assistant director position
Mhm.
are things that the assistant director ought to be doing.
Yes,
And you're saying your highlighted ones are the ones you're basically already doing
yes.
as assistant librarian. Gotcha. Want to make sure I understand that? Perfect.
I'm a little confused about the finances. What you gave to us was
Yes.
2026 1910 an hour. This says it was started at 2128 an
No.
hour.
That's the average for right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's the
No.
average it's average salary.
Average here or in?
No,
in
in the state of Vermont.
Oh. And does that salary when you're assistant librarian include all the benefits? Like, are they
Yes,
people
so
at
this
this
is a-
hourly, are they still getting the same benefits that you're getting?
This is for the entire state. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't have access to that information. All I know is that that is the average for non-director positions in the state of Vermont.
Okay,
It does not include a lot of and that's just for jobs that have been posted this year. There is one librarian who has been keeping track of this data. And I have looked at the spreadsheet she has, and there are no assistant director positions. Otherwise, I would have just included that for the assistant director suggested salary, but there's nothing there.
Okay.
And that is because assistant directors tend to stay where they are, in case you're wondering.
So to me, looking at these two things, I was like, oh, the assistant librarian, like that's a very basic job. It's not something that you need a ton of experience to do. And I was really shocked at how much Ellis does that he does not really have to do or wasn't really hired to do. And like I say, if I could drop dead tomorrow and he would be fine. Like, here's your new director right here. He's all prepared. But it's a lot of the stuff that like we've talked about, like what can Ellis, we sit in these meetings like, well, what can Ellis do to help you out with that? But a
Yeah.
lot of that is this.
Mhm.
So I think we just need to be aware of what we're asking him to do is well beyond what we are paying him to do.
So Ellis, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
So if we were to grant you this assistant director role, one thing that we've talked numerous times to Ally about is that she needs to give away her stuff. would you be willing to take stuff from her, like jobs and stuff
Absolutely.
like that? Because she'll sit
Absolutely.
there and she'll hem and haw over it for
Yeah,
for
of
months.
course.
But
gonna give you as my child.
And then the dog, Alice.
Yeah.
Cannot pay me enough to take this. Yes, no, absolutely. The main reason, other than wanting to stay here and grow in my position, is I want to be able to better support Allie. She does so much, it's kind of crazy, and I want to be able to take on the smaller things so she can focus on the big picture, which is what a director is supposed to be able to.
Mhm.
But right now she's pretty bogged down by a lot of smaller stuff, and I would love to take that on. It does go beyond what I'm currently being paid for.
Yeah.
Sure.
For sure.
Thank you for putting all the work into this.
Yeah.
A nice recap of an important picture.
And you'll get your master's?
Yes, my last semester is going to be this coming spring, and then I will have a master's degree, and I will have 13 years of experience. I started in 2013, just like Allie did. Obviously, Allie started as a director, so it's a little bit different, but yeah.
You'll have a mark on your head now, Alan.
I'm threatened. Don't worry.
What those lug nuts fall off her tire on the way home?
Oh, no. Could that possibly have happened?
So he says here like social media marketing. So when you give material to newspapers, that's not what you should be doing right now. What we're asking.
So technically, no. Social media marketing is a different beast than like creating materials for the newspaper or writing press releases and that kind of thing. I do it now and I'm happy to do it, but it is technically not in the job description of the assistant librarian.
Let's take all of this under advisement and
Yeah, it's very,
This is very, very challenging. Yeah, this is
Very nice.
incredible. This is more than I expected, Alice. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you. Alice.
Thank you, Alice.
So are you basically proposing essentially that we think about making him an assistant director and compensating appropriately and budgeting for an appropriate compensation?
Yeah,
But you gave this
yes. So when last
different
we,
than that.
yes, when last we met,
Talking both up to 21.
yeah, we talked about bumping him up to 21.
But I think that was both under the assistant role, not under.
No, it wasn't.
No,
So,
with him becoming a director.
so I didn't
Oh,
realize
okay.
that.
Yeah, now it's different.
Always talking.
So
Sorry.
so we've had a conversation since, the last time we met, we had a conversation and, Ellis does feel like he would need more compensation if he was going to take the assistant director position. So, that's also something to think about.
Now, what is the compensation of the children's librarian today?
Today, like at this moment,
Yeah.
right now, it's on this 19.
This is from the last meeting.
Oh, okay,
I'm sorry, Richard.
gotcha, okay, so basically he's going to be same as he is right now, or proposed, okay.
Yeah,
Proposed,
so they
okay,
are both,
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
And also important in this whole picture is Kendra's salary.
Mhm.
And it's definitely been pointed out by you and other
Mhm.
people that they would like more hours for Kendra.
Yes,
So that's
Kendra at this
big
Point
She's the one that said she doesn't. want-
cannot take more hours.
until September, and
Until-
then she
yeah.
does, and that's what we're budgeting for right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
She brings in a lot of people,
she brings them
a
on.
lot. She does a lot of work,
Um,
and she's not using the benefits right now. Some of them like the health
Mhm.
insurance,
Yes.
but we always have to plan on it because we never know.
Sure.
Um,
but that number won't change if she gets more hours. That number remains the same
Yeah.
no matter what. So something to think about when you think about all of this is also like, I can't do my job if those two aren't doing their jobs. And I think we make a pretty tight triangle. Like, Kendra can do her job because Ellis is always here and always doing helping out with her. And most of the time he's at the summer reading program kickoff, and he's at he wasn't this time because of finals, but he, most of the time he's at Santa. Most of the time he's at like all of those special events, the dessert social. And, he was running back and forth on the night of the community meeting, grabbing stuff from here and bringing it to the hall.
Does he get paid for those hours?
He does, yeah.
He does, okay.
Yeah, I make sure he
Okay, good.
puts in for those
Good.
hours. Yeah, absolutely. Do what, I think it probably ends up being more work than,
Okay,
Yeah. I think we all probably end up putting in more hours than we actually bill for,
Yeah.
but,
did he do the numbers, or have you done the numbers
I have
already?
not done the numbers with that boost, no. And I can whip them up pretty fast because it's just an Excel document. So it's just a plug and play.
Go back to your list. What do we got? No.
are there any of the added responsibilities, ignoring the ones he's already doing?
Yes,
Are there any of the added responsibilities that he would be taking on that would benefit Kendra directly in terms of more support for her? I mean, not that he's not giving enough, or I'm just
Yeah.
thinking, would that also give her some breathing room? I don't see anything.
I mean, I think
The grant writing and long range planning probably.
yeah,
yeah,
Two things that-
Yeah,
and then the young adults, because, one thing
Yes.
that I feel like
Yeah.
Kendra really struggles with is trying to pull in that young adult audience, and if he's able to,
Right.
he has taken
Tackle,
over
yeah.
the ordering for that
and,
for that
and we've seen
Okay.
we've seen a huge
And we've
increase.
seen it big
Yeah.
increase in both of those
Yeah.
categories.
Yeah.
We've also, he and I have talked about doing like a young adult book club. And that is something that he's like we're throwing around ideas for we're on the precipice of doing that. But obviously in this position right now, he doesn't feel like that would be something that he'd be.
Sure. In terms of aggregate dollars, and he's 40 hours a week. How many hours a week is he?
He is, we budget for him to be 40 hours
Okay,
and
so if we
he
say-
comes in.
Okay, so if we said 40 hours a week and he's at 19 now?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
19 now. So, an assistant director at $25 would be $6 an hour more. 40 hours a week is, 240. We said 50 weeks a year, that's about a $10,000 budget change. And so I'm just trying to get the big picture of where does that put us? And another couple bucks an hour, we said, targeting for Kendra, plus the, at least budgeting for increased hours, starting September. So we're probably looking at a $12,000 to $14,000, $14,000 increase in compensation budget that we would need to be budgeting for.
Well, I'm sorry, sometimes.
I mean,
I'm just curious too, like if we're looking at Kendra wanting more hours for her starting in September, we really just start the fiscal year, right? The end of July, is that right? The end of June.
Beginning.
June.
end of June.
First of
First of
June.
July.
So, I mean, so we're looking at many months actually.
Yeah,
Right.
We want to
Yeah,
increase the
okay.
hours.
Okay, so maybe we're looking at 15 to 16.
And how does she feel about this hourly? So now he's going up, is it enough?
Well, a $2 an hour increase is a 10%.
Yeah.
That's a 10% salary increase, which by anybody's standards ought to be considered a reasonable, a more than reasonable. I'm not saying they're not well deserved, believe me. No,
So
no
we'll have
bigger-
director
no bigger
and
system.
assistant director and
And library,
youth librarian.
Yeah.
Can I just say, the one thing I just noticed here, and I really think this is going to be huge, because we entered this year wanting to redo all the library policies and procedures, and that kind of fell a little bit to the wayside, and we've been kind of slacking. And right here, it says right here that he's going to assist with developing and administering library policies and procedures. And I think if we're serious about wanting to redo all that, that's, in my opinion, worth every cent.
Mm.
We've been
Because,
working on policy
Yeah,
and procedures all
yeah.
along,
Yeah,
every month.
but if he can help,
Yeah.
that way it's not just like the slow picking out. You know what I'm saying? Like if he can sit there and like get that done,
Yeah.
that's huge. That's a
Well, we're
huge
not looking
wage
at
off of her.
increased hours really for him though. We're looking,
No, but it's an increased responsibility that he can.
we still need
To
someone
take
at the
some of
front
those-
desk.
Or
We
Yeah.
still need someone there for the programs.
Yeah.
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 But that also gives him that.
Allison, does Kendra have her MO?
No.
So I did just trying to jumped into my head when
Absolutely.
you're talking about salary discrepancy, for lack of a better word. He will have his master's in library science, if I have that
well, it's
correctly.
also completely different. In addition to that, I agree with you completely.
Right.
It's an educational difference and a significant difference in responsibilities.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't want to say
Yeah.
a justification, but I mean, he's not
Yeah.
put in the time for the education. And boy, I want to take
Right.
paid for that when I put in my time for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not cheap.
And the only
Yeah.
way you get paid for it is either a new position or a new
Yeah.
position someplace else.
Right.
The only two ways that happens.
I was just gonna say that if we don't do this, we're really risking
Yep.
losing him.
Yep.
Um,
And understandably.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, and the highlighted sections are particularly
That's-
interesting to
yeah.
me. That,
Yeah.
that he's already.
yeah,
well
he
on the
does,
way there.
he
Yeah.
acquired, I
Yeah.
look at this, acquiring new materials.
Yep.
He's pretty much came in and weeded.
Yeah.
Helped me weed immediately, like his first
Yeah.
month here, weeded all of the fiction
Yeah.
section. So
Yeah, I mean, he could step in here off the street tomorrow. And if this is the job description, he could step into any place that we're looking for an assistant director and walk in qualified.
he could walk in qualified to
Walk in
be
qualified,
a director.
not just with the academic, but with the
What do you
experience.
see relegating over to,
A lot of these things.
such
that,
as?
like helping with doing ordering,
That-
doing he does help with monthly statistics already, to send out, everybody's always saying we want more stuff in the newspaper. Well,
Not necessarily in the newspaper. We want the library promoted more in the events.
yes,
Mhm.
yeah. So, like Kendra picked out a picture from Santa that she wants sent to the newspaper. But I would love to send it to her. I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna get 5 minutes today to email that over. Acquiring new materials, he already does. He already helps weed a whole lot, but he could do, more of that. The inventory of the collection, he did a lot of it last time. He can do a lot more. The promotion, I really feel like that's gonna be like public relations and promotion, I think can be passed along to him. A lot of that is like, admittedly, it's not my strong suit. I do not love writing.
You said his strong suit.
notes. Yeah,
because that's what the library is looking
yeah,
for,
it's,
so.
it's
Yep.
more his strong suit than mine. Like, I'm
Yep.
not a huge fan of writing, like scheduling Facebook events and stuff. I'm much better at applying for grants and, figuring out the new, collections.
So if we're doing this and he's like
Statistics
already
like
doing
that.
some of these duties, but they're like, these are duties that are important to us.
Mhm.
How do we ensure that those are at the top of the list for this? You know what I mean?
Well, if you say that's at the top of the list, then
I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
how you guys feel about.
You know what? I would love to see you not have to order stuff.
The ordering is.
I would
mean,
love to
like,
have
you're
10
not here
minutes of your
watching what
time.
you guys
Like,
do and how
library
much time
supply,
things take. Yeah.
like toilet paper, going back and forth between Staples
Yeah.
and Quill.
Yeah, that would be great.
Well, I mean, I think the-
Does he do that now?
No.
Allison doesn't.
But he could.
I mean,
Yeah.
But that's like,
Yeah.
is that
It's on his
this
list.
Yeah, it's on,
on this list?
yeah.
Administrative tasks.
Yeah, I mean, if you.
Ordering library supplies, there it is.
Yes.
I think it's a big time sink.
And,
It is.
and really the last big bulleted responsibility that would be out here is, and anything Ally really needs me to do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
really, that's really fundamentally it, because he's gonna have the ability. He's not gonna be, he didn't come and look at this before doing this. He's
Right.
not gonna come look at it, well, it's not on my job description.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hear that from him, so.
No, and I, that's
yeah.
not something I've ever.
Is
worried
No.
about.
budget wise, is there something that we could do where, I'm not sure if he would like this or not, but would you say, actually, we're gonna cap him at 30 hours and at this price, and we bump Kendra up to more hours?
Kendra says she doesn't want to go until September, so.
September is this budget year. that we're
Okay,
talking
okay,
about.
I get
Yeah.
you, I get you.
Yeah.
Alright.
I hate this stuff,
Yeah,
Holly, I haven't watched enough.
but I feel like we have to be fiscally,
Mhm.
asking these questions and paying attention. Doesn't mean we don't
You-
love everybody and
Right.
don't
Yeah.
appreciate what you're doing.
No, no,
Right.
Please
Yeah,
know
no, I
that,
understand.
please.
Yeah.
if you subtract hours, it's like, it's like, which one, it's not necessarily helpful,
Yeah.
like if you take away 10 hours,
Yeah.
you're taking away 10 hours of work. So,
The thing
that makes
But you
sense.
said he's been doing pretty much 30. That's kind of been his,
No,
I
no,
thought you said
not
40.
30.
I thought you said 40.
he's budgeted for 40.
Yeah.
I feel like when I look
It's
through
like
it, it's been
34.
more like.
he worked
30.
77 hours the last pay period.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's 2 weeks.
Okay, that's
2 weeks.
Okay.
So
77.
that's
3
almost
hours
40,
less
that's
than-
almost 40 a week.
Yeah.
That's 77. That's 40 and 37.
Recently.
Yeah.
And my
But
memory's
that's not
not
gonna
good
go,
enough to
it's
go back
his
and for that.
responsibilities
I-
increase.
Yeah,
I mean, and just from an effect standpoint, the budgetary impact aside, as I understand, if we say, well, we're gonna give you a raise, we're gonna take away your hours.
But we didn't really give you a raise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
Economically, he's no better off than he was.
Position.
And,
Yeah.
I think that would just be.
Right. I just wasn't sure if how many,
No, I
if
understand.
we're budgeting higher and he's actually
Right.
not really using that, do we
Right.
still have that wiggle room to?
Yeah.
Um,
I would be really
Can we,
surprised.
I'm just gonna use the bathroom. I'll be paused for 1 second. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
Yeah.
Okay. Drinking a little water.
a couple of weeks ago, I did put, or a couple of months ago, sorry, I did give you all some spreadsheets about how many hours people
Yeah,
actually.
But also realistically, he's been in his school programs for the last couple of years too. He's gonna
Yes.
have more to give.
Right. Right.
So
Um,
what if we were, is there a way that as the board, we would be able to do like a 90-day assessment and see if this is working out? Would that,
I don't
Is
think
that
we need to
some-
do it as a board. I think that's sort of
Hmm.
Ally's job as director. I mean, if you went and said, well, I don't think this is working out, I mean, I just can't, he's not an unknown commodity here.
yeah,
I mean, this is if this was somebody coming in off the street, I'm with you 100%.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of a way to make it more palatable, because I'm 100%. And I think he deserves a position. I believe he deserves the raise 100%. I think we can find a way to make the budget work
I
for
think
that.
so.
I just want to make sure it's palatable to anyone who sees us and who's like,
Yeah, let's
why?
see, how do we present this to the town when we're
Right.
Yeah.
we're proposing the budget? How are we gonna tell the town, this is why it's so much more?
Right.
And I don't want people question it. What are we gonna tell them? How are we gonna tell them, hey, this, he's a valuable resource to the town. And that's why we need to pay for him.
Now, resource to the town, the director, we're doing more. I think the numbers all show it. The just give the director's report, give them 12 directors reports and children's librarian reports.
Yeah, I don't know where I put that. I know I sent it out.
So there's definitely gonna be more of an increase, that means
That's
payroll
where it's
taxes
gonna
are
be
gonna
over
go up.
300,000.
All the things attached with an income increase.
Yep.
It's not just that
Right.
one
Right.
item, it's everything else
Sure.
attached to it too.
Sure.
Not a good time for him to to approach, really. I mean, it's a tough year for everybody.
Yeah.
Tough year.
I think my suggestion is, first of all, I support it 100%. I think we put together as good a budget as we can. We pitch it to the town, and if the town says, got to go back and redo something, we come back to the drawing board. But I think this is an important and valuable way, I think, to keep the momentum of the library, which I think I'm feeling a momentum, and maybe it's just because I see more going on at the library. Maybe it's just that I'm reading more of the weekly newsletter more. I don't know, but between you've got Mahjong, you've now got Scrabble, you've got your
there's
weekly. I
definitely a
mean,
momentum.
the activities going on at the library show a vibrant, active community.
I mean, I have friends who are down in, Brattleboro who are coming up the mountain here to go to events here because of
Yep.
what our library has started
Yeah.
to offer.
Yeah.
Like I had friends from Brattleboro who went to the Santa thing.
Yep.
Because they didn't have something that
And
was
it's uphill
well.
from Brattleboro.
Oh, yeah, it's a 30 minutes.
Can I ask another? Oh, sorry, good. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. All you.
Back to the Kendra thing. So if we want to increase hours for her too, we have to budget that in. And also, I think we have to budget if you go increase over a certain number of hours. Like right now, we're budgeting in. She would get partial compensation from us because she's a certain number of hours. Once you go over a certain number of hours, then we're responsible for the full amount. So we will need to increase the insurance amount for her as well, even if she doesn't use it.
We have always budgeted the full amount for her insurance.
As a full employee,
25 hours a week is the full. I swear,
Yeah.
Jeanette sends me how much it is per person, and I just go times 3. I
okay,
do not
okay, good.
like.
All right, so
divide
that's
good to know.
Yeah.
that's good. I'm
That's
just
good to
like,
know.
I just
Yeah.
had a little
Yep,
moment
that's a
where
good
I was
point.
like,
Good point.
Yeah, it's like $900 a month times 3 times 12.
okay.
And then, yeah,
Okay.
Although I think we have it
it might be in the personnel policy.
in the
that it
personal
says so much.
policy, it's under a certain number of hours that we would pay. They can still get it
Yeah,
and would pay part of
that I
it.
would have to look up separately.
We have to, it's been a while, so I
Okay.
I
Yeah.
should know it, but I don't know it offhand. Just to cover our budget. It's,
Okay.
So do we want to modify our budget with an increase for what? So are we considering the suggested 25 or are we considering just the 21 for now?
I mean, we could also,
Somewhere in the middle. Yeah.
I would be careful about not insulting him. I think if he is beginning to get the perception that he's today is undercompensated because he's doing significantly above the minimum or the standard, not the minimum, but the standard for the job. There's not a lot of guidance on what an assistant director compensation should be. I don't have a problem. The difference in our budgeting between budgeting $23 an hour and $25 an hour is.
no, it's going from 19 to
Well,
20.
I know what I'm
Oh,
saying,
But
but
if
the
he
difference
offered-
between going to 23 or going
Oh.
to 25. I think 25 says this is a real promotion. This is not a raise for doing a good job. This is a promotion And a promotion, and this is something that you would have to verbalize to him. Promotion comes with expectations.
Mhm.
You're stepping into an assistant director role. I need you more. I need you to take more off my plate. And I think he'll step right up to that. I think he'll step right up to it. And I think that this is an opportunity for us to help cement that triad that you've built to the best we can. I mean, if the town says, yeah, too much for us, but I think we owe it to ourselves, to the library, to try to get the best we can for the library. I'm not saying the most we can. I'm trying to get the best we can
Yeah.
for the library. And I think we've got a team now in place that is greater than the sum of the parts.
So
Yes.
then maybe if we want to compensate our employees, maybe we need to look at other areas where we need to maybe cut back a little.
But the problem is, as you pointed out, ain't a lot of wiggle room there.
Well,
You
Right.
don't get that
You get it.
Downton
Right.
final season DVD.
Right.
That's it.
Can we live without it?
Gotta become a master.
Well,
Well, for the
Well,
town that
seriously.
say no, like you mentioned, like this will be at
Seriously.
town meeting, so we're all gonna,
Yeah.
you know, in the middle of town meeting, they say no. What do we tell them is our backup plan then?
Right.
Mhm.
Because they're gonna want an answer then and there. They're not gonna be like, oh, we're gonna have another town meeting next month. It's gonna be, we're figuring this out now.
Didn't you talk about the strategic plan the other day when we had our strategic plan and Tracy Bartlett was here and she was telling about how people are very worried about the budgets coming out.
Hmm.
12% for real estate.
Yeah.
What's
real
going
estate
on?
educational
Okay,
tax, right.
yes.
Yeah.
So, I think we have to be very cautious what we do. We have to show them that we're trying to keep it as
Yep.
low as we possibly can. We can't just all of a sudden throw
No.
another 20,000 grand
Yeah.
onto the balance.
No,
In good
good
times,
point.
sure.
Good point.
But right now, I really think we may be setting ourselves up for
Hmm.
a shutdown.
I think
Yep.
it's important to remember that, in addition to the fact that it's hard for everybody, everything is more expensive too. So if we cut out of our books and materials budget, it's not just cutting, like right now, a level fund is cutting our budget because
Right.
things are getting, books used to be $25 a piece. Now they're $32 a piece. Last year they were 30. We pay less than that, but when you look at what you get back to, like when you invest, going into town meeting and saying, when you invest in the library, you're getting more bang from your buck than if you just spent that dollar at the bookstore. And I'm not saying anything against the bookstore. I love the bookstore. But if you give $1 to the bookstore, you give $30 to the bookstore, you're getting one book. If you give $30 to the library, you're getting 14,000 books,
Right.
and you're getting all of the programming and the information and the knowledge of the staff members. And
You don't have to sell it to
Right.
me.
No, I'm not-
You have
We're
to
preaching
sell it
to
to
the
a lot
choir.
of other
Right.
people
No, you're
that
right.
don't see it that way.
But I
They
think
really
that's
don't.
part of what, how in a way, and I'm not sure what the mechanical way is, that's what we have to pitch to the world, is that the library is, and I think there's a perception of it too. The library is a town resource, not just a town investment. The fire department, the police department are absolute necessities, no question. But you don't get a warm fuzzy most of the time. When you don't walk into the fire department and come away feeling, geez, I really feel good, because this was such an upbeat place.
Yeah.
I beg to differ. I don't go in there, but I'm like, I think they're all pretty positive and I feel good knowing they're out there.
We don't even have a police department.
So looking at this, though, we have to now take into account, we went from, we're looking at 289 up to 305. Now we got to increase it for the increase in salary above what you said,
Yeah.
plus increase in hours for Kendra.
Yeah.
So we need those
Yeah.
numbers.
I mean,
What about some
so-
good old fashioned fundraising?
So what happens?
We could do more fundraising.
Yep, we
What
raised
about that?
$177 in the last 2 weeks.
No, I mean.
Yeah, but no,
ones.
like
Yeah.
a major
ones.
fundraiser.
Yeah.
Right.
So what would happen if we wrote this budget, we bring it to the town and it gets declined? What would be our next step?
Well,
So if it gets declined at town meeting, they can stand up and say like, okay, I vote to level fund the library from last year. And everybody can say, okay, yes, that's what, and then it's our responsibility to come back and write a budget that matches that funding. So in that respect, we don't have all of the say over that. They do.
Yep.
Town decides it at the
Yeah.
town meeting.
They could say, we don't like this budget, come back with another one, and then we could, we come
Now,
back
is
to
that,
the
is
drawing
that,
board.
done- is that, and I'm gonna show off my ignorance of the process. Is that is it the board of selectmen that does that? Is it town meeting?
The
that does
entire
it?
town,
Yeah.
it's going to that meeting.
The
Okay.
select board is not your
Okay.
boss.
Okay.
The select
town.
board has
I
absolutely.
Okay.
hear what you're saying,
Okay.
Kathy. Like when I saw a 12% increase on my real estate taxes after a 17% increase on my
Yeah.
real estate taxes the year
Yeah.
before, I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody know anybody who needs a part-time bookkeeper?
Yeah.
No, it's jolting. Like those are big numbers.
the education, it's insane. It's the education and
but-
we can't control it.
But Governor Scott, okay, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
political.
We're working,
Yeah.
so I think I really hate, like, you go to town meeting and last year, I could not believe they were talking about, the new cruisers and the new,
Yeah.
and nobody, like people were like, oh, do we really need a Subaru for a new cruiser? And yeah, I was like, that sounds kind of weird, but nobody in the end ended up voting against it because the police department is like viewed as an essential resource.
Yep.
And I worry, and I know it happens in a lot of different towns and a lot of different states, that libraries aren't seen as an essential
Right,
resource.
right.
But
Yeah.
what's going to happen when you can't afford your internet at home anymore? Where
Yeah.
are you going to go for your internet? If you can't afford, to feed your kids, guess what? Your kids come here and they get food too. Like, so we're the safe place in the community for people to fall when they need a safe place in the community mall. And so I just want to make sure that we're looking at it, like that's part of my job, is to stand up there and say, this is absolutely an essential service that your town, should
Yeah.
support. And if you cut 20,000, I can figure out where to take 20,000 out of. I don't want to, but I think we are gaining traction. I think we are becoming, we talked about it at the strategic planning meeting the other night. I think people really used to say like, oh, the library. And I think we're changing some of those. Like we saw people in here that I've never seen before at Santa. We had 121 people and one dog.
Oh, great.
To Santa.
Good.
And
That's great.
yeah.
I haven't heard the
But some of
numbers
them were
yet.
adults. Like some of them came without children. So like
I just want to sit on Santa's lap.
There's policies about that in the bathroom.
pretty sure Phil enjoyed it. But I want to, if we're continuing on the upswing, like
That's what I think.
if we lost Ellis today, a lot of that momentum would crash and burn.
Yeah.
Especially all of I call him his groupies. It's a group of older ladies who really enjoy coming in for his tech talk. So, they would deal with me if they had to, but, we wouldn't be able to accomplish what we have.
So what are the numbers? If you want
Alright.
to take a minute to put those
If you-
together, like
yeah.
really focus in
Can
and make
we-
sure we have it. What
10-minute recess.
if we, and what about
I mean,
the Kendra hours? Like what,
Yeah.
that's something,
Do you
maybe
want-
give us a few choices.
Do you want me to take a break and do that, and you can have Kendra come in and do her thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would that-
Yeah, that'll keep things moving forward.
Okay. My only problem is this is recording this. I'll take this computer, so you won't have the screen, but You'll have Kendra and Sandy too.
Okay, great.
They printed out her-
Thank you, Allison.
Sure, no problem.
Do you
I mean,
need
this
the,
is like-
HRA
Where?
rollover
That one in
number?
No, I have it all in here. Oh, that I do.
Oh, God, we've got a meeting left.
If you want, I can recap the
Can we
one new
not do
business
some
item
of
in
this
about
stuff?
45
We don't
seconds,
have a
the credit card
policy, we
payments.
just Don't do one in
Oh, do you want to
December.
do that real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah.
Yeah, I can
Um,
just,
My report.
Roger's gonna do the
It's
credit
not
card
long.
thing, which that's on the thing, which.
should take literally 1 minute.
Yeah.
I have set up, on the credit card site, I've linked the, checking account, our FB&A checking account is linked to it now, so that when you say to me, pay the credit card bill, instead of printing out a check, you just say, pay
Online
the
that.
bill. I
Oh,
transfer
great.
the funds into that, just like I transfer funds between
Okay,
entities, and
great.
you
Love
should
it.
be able to see
When you
it.
logged in, were you able to see if it showed me as pay and admin or just admin?
I forgot to check. I'll check when I get back.
Okay.
Can we still, try to get that,
Oh,
cost that they gave us, the, fee?
Ally may have an update on that.
Okay.
Where did we end up with on that stupid $35 fee?
It was
We
like
have-
100 and something.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Okay,
We're working.
Okay.
I have to give all the information to Roger, and I just haven't had a chance to give all the
Okay.
Roger was
information to Roger.
okay.
and
It's on my.
before we jump off,
Number one on my list.
can I please ask you, and this isn't even,
Yep.
can I get view only access to the credit card so that I can tell like when we are
Yeah, let me see
starting
if-
to approach the
And you have
limit?
a problem with that?
View only? I mean, I can't tell him to pay it if I don't know what it is.
It's okay.
Like, I didn't,
I don't see a problem with that. Does anyone
Let me see if-
else
Not
think
at
that's an issue?
I'm
As long as I can do
actually
it.
surprised you don't have.
book
As
a-
long as I can do it technologically.
view only access to the credit card. So
Yeah.
like, I won't know, like, so we top out at 5,000. So I want to like give
that's
Roger
a good
a
idea.
shout out at like
Yeah,
3, like, hey, we're at 3,000.
The-
And if I can't see the credit card, I don't know
Yep.
what's
Yep.
on the credit card.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm okay with that. I thought you already had that.
Nope.
I-
Okay, great.
Okay,
Thanks.
okay.
Thanks. I don't want
I'll check, and I'll also check on,
to, thank you.
I think you're up.
All right, and two boring things happened. We just had a regular library course. We did have safe at home. We had 3 kids interested and like expressed they were coming, but only one was able to make it that day. It was short notice, and it was the first day of a winter Thanksgiving break. So I think
Oh, really?
at least one of them, it was their family plans, and they left earlier than they were originally planned. So I do expect that I'm going to continue offering that one, because I think it needs to kind of snowball and gain a little momentum. It's only a 90-minute course, and it doesn't require a ton of prep for me. So that one's a pretty easy one for me to throw out, and if no one signs up for it, it's not a big deal. There's not a huge yes.
Have the Girl Scouts done it?
They have no interest.
Okay,
At this time. They don't have anyone in that group. The older girls
Okay.
had previously done it. The younger crew is not at the age to do it yet. So they have no interest. They just don't have any eligible people.
great. Got
For
it.
the record, there's a chance I might be
Yes,
taking over
a
the
transition is, I
Yeah.
was just gonna say, and I know that there's a
So-
transition coming for those younger kids as Shannon's gonna continue on with the older kids.
Yeah,
And pass off the younger kids. So yes,
But-
like I was talking, I was just talking to Shannon the other day about it. We did have another Girl Scout troop in Londonderry who's interested in the babysitting course. But it doesn't when I'm able to offer it, doesn't super align with when they are able to make it. And being that they're somewhat farther out of our service area, I'm not gonna bend over backwards and rearrange my whole programming here for
And
that.
It seems like there is a fee for the books. Maybe if they're coming from a different town, they could cover
Yep,
that
it's always a
themselves.
suggested donation. That's how we wrote it in the grant. That was what part of our thing was. And so far, everybody who has signed up for both the Safe at Home and the upcoming Safe Sitter has had no problem paying it.
Fabulous.
And we explained that it's for the book, it covers the cost of the book,
Yeah.
and it breaks even on us. We're getting ahead. So yes, so I still, even though only one kid was able to make it to that program, I think there was like, some reasons why, and I think it'll be good to continue offering it. And then It was so good. As you can see on my beautiful pictures, we had a line. We did it from 1 to 3. And so I would say from about 1 to 2, we had a line. So, we have a chatty Santa. But it was so nice. I had moved him over into
I love that.
cafe.
That's good.
Yeah, I was able to make a nice little backdrop. Obviously, that'll be bigger and better next year. I have a fantastic picture of one of our local families, the McGrails, that we're going to send into the paper. And they're like a little photo ad people, like they're just adorable. I know, they're so family. And then we had over here we had the streamers. My photo booth was there. I got 4 volunteers for youth. We had Sadie Wheeler, Chelsea Hall, JJ Alfano, and Anna Young from Wardsboro came. So I had 2 big kids in here. I had 2 big kids hanging out with Santa to hand out books. And we had multiple crafts going on in here. I had multiple tables. And we had the cookies out by the young adult section. I pulled every single Christmas themed book we had off the shelf and put them out in the kids' room. So that was kind of, and I took away out most of the toys like I do in the school visits. And so, people were in there. I even put some adult sized chairs in there. Very rarely bring in there.
Great.
So it's like a really good spreading out of people. And there was not the problem that we've had at some other events where there's groups of adults and wild bands of roving children. I think I said immense thanks to my older volunteer kids, because I think just the fact that they were in here and they weren't goofing off, they were like, when they weren't actively handing out crafts, they were kind of working on crafts. They might not have been doing them the way that they were supposed to be doing them, but they were doing crafty type things. So then our second generation of older kids, instead of being grouchy and getting into problems and creating little cliques and hiding in the stacks, they wanted to hang out with big kids. So they were also in here crafting, which was nice. And we also had a really good, I straight up just put on the sign in front of the craft room, adult supervision in the workshop is strongly encouraged. So that might have also
The workshop, I like it.
It's my workshop. And I actually had planned, I was going to put a Yule log up here and create some ambiance. But you know what? I just didn't. I forgot. And right now is when I'm realizing I never got around to doing that. I was here all Saturday afternoon setting everything up. And then me and my oldest were in here at like 10 a.m. on Sunday. And we even had a Christmas themed jigsaw puzzle, because I moved the puzzle where we put puzzles out. I moved that into the adult fiction section. So it was the Peanuts puzzle. And then that was kind of where the line snaked in to go see Santa, therefore not blocking getting hot chocolate or using the bathroom. No one had to go in the employee area this year. Great. We used to, for anybody who's not familiar with how it used to be set up, Santa would be in here and people would come and line up there, and then they would come in here, and this whole space kind of ended up having to be dedicated to your Santa visit. And then we'd funnel them back out through our space, which is functional, but then it leaves a lot of dead space. And then also Santa sometimes is just sitting back here by himself.
Yeah.
So
did he like it?
He loved it. Yeah. Santa was a
Great.
huge fan of the change up.
Great.
He played his harmonica a little bit.
Oh.
I just used a Bluetooth speaker and played some Christmas music. And then we also had the fire department. We set them up in the hallway. Next year, I'm going to decorate the hallway for them. I felt awful. I was like, I kind of forgot you guys were coming, because in years past, they would set up outside, like in their full gear, and like greet people as they came in. This year, they were not outdoor ready. And then I always felt bad when they were out there anyway. It's like, you're outside. Do you want hot cocoa? What can I get for you? But we set them up at a table with a Christmas tablecloth, and they got to hang out with everyone. And at times, our line reached that far, so that was working well. But I told them next year I would hang things from the ceiling for them. Those are my pictures. Oh, there they are. So that was amazing. Oh, and I didn't even say the best part. 122 people came, which is awesome. And I felt like the vibe was a lot more young family, like a lot of our toddler friends came and brought grandparents.
Sweet.
And then, yeah, like a lot of really good feedback about just the vibes of the event. And I'm kind of feeling like you could pop in, see Santa and leave, or you could come in, see Santa and which was awesome. And then
It's a lot of people. That's
a lot of
great.
people, yeah. I was
It's
a
a
little
great
nervous with the
number.
Sunday afternoon. That was a change from what we've done in the past.
Mhm.
But everyone kind of said it was nice because, and then like going home afterwards, it was like, okay, we're home for the rest of the day. It didn't feel like a hectic thing in the middle of the weekend. It was kind of like a nice way to wrap up
Uh-huh.
their weekend.
I love
So I would be in support of continuing to do it on a Sunday afternoon. We don't hold any other programs ever on a Sunday. It's the first, and I would probably think one of the exception to.
I think in the past it might have been a Sunday, honestly. I'm not sure, but I think
When I looked back, it was all Saturdays.
really okay. Good.
Um,
Great, that's good. So it was,
based on all the records.
and you guys are okay. I mean, that's you guys coming in on a Sunday.
Yeah,
so-
Ellis didn't come in, but he saved the day and swooped in and shelved all the books that I took off the shelf. As we know, my least favorite thing is shelving. I get so distracted. I go on side quests. So yes, so he's instrumental nonetheless, even though he wasn't physically. And we had all the books wrapped. I had enough books for everybody. And I was really nervous that we weren't gonna have enough treats, but we did. So a big thank you to Diane for dropping off cupcakes.
That'd be my daughter Isabel. Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll give you credit. You drove her over. And local mom and Halita, Jess Horton, who's always a big supporter of us, and Ashley Porter, who brought them on Saturday because she was working, but sent her kids. So I think that was all my Santa news. It was so exciting. I was so happy, and it was so fun, and I'm so glad it's done. Continuing on, I did my laughter program. I actually wasn't able to make it to the 12-4 afternoon. Crystal had to cover that. I didn't have care for my own kids, and one of mine's not old enough to do it, but I was able to get the specific numbers of attendance. So those are just updated from last month, where I just had my estimate of about 9 kids.
Great.
And our last over school visit was after our last visit with each other. We had 73 kids and 13 adults through this,
Wow.
which is a huge jump, I think. I don't know where they all came from. But we are cruising along, creating some of the groups, like 3rd grade, are doing kind of like we did with the pumpkin, like every month they come and we're building on a long-term project. So we're doing our Rotary Pen Pals. They are super pumped. Every time I see them, they want to know if they got a letter. I'm like, no, that's not how this works. I explained the concept of snail mail. But it was fantastic. And I, if you're not one of my writers, I scanned all their letters. So at the end, I'm going to scan the letters as they come back. When they'll have a packet that has all their letters and the responses, so they can
That's cool.
read through it like a book.
Nice.
That's going
When
great.
is the end?
The end of the year. Whatever their last visit is. I'd have to look at the calendar. But then others are doing, like 5th and 6th grade, we're really focusing in on that nonfiction. So we did a game with the Dewey Decimal System. I keep pushing them towards nonfiction. And then I got my first Safe Sitters Essentials this Saturday. Some of you know any kid. Yeah, I keep talking it up. I got 2 confirmed. One is Izzy. The reason, and she's currently our middle range Girl Scout. She's like floating between both troops because she's just in a weird age. So she's doing it. She's tossed a wad of cash at me yesterday. I was like, ma'am, you need to tell me what you're giving me money for. I'm putting this in my pocket.
And the safe sitter is not the safe at home. It's actually a
It's the same
babysit.
instructor certification, but this one is a 5.5-hour class that I'll be doing on Saturday. I borrowed the CPR mannequins from
great.
Deerfield Rescue. And it's I can have up to 8 kids participate, and it's focused on, like, we learn about different ages and stages of kids, about behavior management in kids, about safety and first aid, CPR and rescue, as well as like role playing and practicing like what to do if you feel uncomfortable in a situation. You know, setting up, there's a whole like note that goes home to the parents, setting up like the code phrase is I'm ready to be picked up now. And that's like the no questions asked, like I'll be right there. And then we'll figure out why it was a problem later. And so they practice saying that so that they feel like it's not like awkward. Definitely stuff that can be applied to other parts of their life. But also like discussing how to say no to a job if like you don't feel comfortable going to their home or it just doesn't work with your schedule, like role playing that so that they have that base of knowledge, talking about money, what like how to talk to somebody about like they didn't pay you yet. Like, because those are really awkward conversations.
Or how much you want to charge.
Yeah, rates and stuff like that. That's all part of it. I can totally let you see there's a book, the booklet.
What's the age again?
It for this is 6 to 8 grade.
Oh,
6 to 8th grade.
Yeah,
Okay.
6 to 8th grade.
So,
Yeah, they do
12
by
to-
grades. It's not a specific
Yeah.
age. Because it's kind of like
but roughly it's 12 to 14.
right, yeah. Pretty much. And I sent it out to it's been in the newsletter at Twin Valley Middle High School. I've posted it in the Twin Valley Sports Facebook group. It's gone out to Twin Valley, or it was I've requested it to go out to Twin Valley Elementary because they go up to 6th as well. I haven't seen it. I don't read every one of their newsletters. It's just when it comes across my newsfeed. And Lori has had it in ours.
Can Lori send it out to the older kids? She normally has a list of kids that are like on the buses and stuff like that. Especially like Brattleboro.
Yeah, I'm just nervous about adding more. Like if she doesn't already have something, like adding more to Lori's to-do list. She has the community feast tomorrow, and like it's the newsletter is something they do every week already for the younger kids. So if it would asking her to like add to her to-do list. And I reached out to the kids that I do know, their parents. Devo starts next weekend, so that could be a problem. I didn't factor that in, Devo and like the Mount Snow Academy stuff. So I didn't factor that in. I have sent it to Wardsboro as well. And I haven't gotten any response, but I'm really focused right now on making sure people know like it's this weekend. Like, you know what I mean? Because if I try not to send it out too far. You got to send it out far enough in advance so that we can plan for it, but not too far in advance that all of a sudden it's like, oh, I've seen this 800 times. Like I'm not even like registering it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes. But even if it's just the 2 kids that come, it's not like we get the mannequins for free. And like they are paying for their books. So it's not like it's not like when we have like we pay like a art instructor to come in and then like no one shows up for the class. It's not like a huge, and then they can go and tell their friends too.
I was about to say, I could see it.
Yeah, I feel like
it's gonna snowball,
exactly.
yeah.
Like I feel like that's that. And then like families, when they hire someone and they say like, oh, and I'm safe started, and they see like, oh wow, like you have some good skills. I just think it's kind of one of those things that like it has to be demonstrated product kind of vibes.
Once they have money in their pocket and talking to their friends about it.
Yeah, and I've also been including in it that like you don't have to babysit. Like you can still come and take this course. It's like $18. It's not a huge monetary investment. It might be limiting for some people, but like if you're just looking for like you have a kid that's a little more shy, a little more not a very outgoing person, like it's a great opportunity for them to get some awkward conversation practice. So I've been talking it up that way as well. Like you don't have to, a lot of the skills are transferable to situations that have nothing to do with necessarily babysitting. You could, if you are going to do a lawn mowing business, if you're going, you know, to just be more independent in the community without an adult by your side, you know, the information that you get from it is really good, which is similar to Safe at Home. Like one of the cool things in Safe at Home, it talks about like online safety too, and making a secure password and why you don't share information. You know, just
Great, yeah.
when you're home alone, if you're on a device, like you might not make safe choices, but those skills can then be transferred to a lot of situations. And then I'm in the process of figuring out what we're doing on winter break. The Home Depot ferry came, and so now one of them will be a hot coffee mug thing craft that the was the Home Depot craft. I'm assuming last weekend
Mhm.
or 2 days ago. So got to get those planned and get them out so that they can be good. That's all. Oh, and I've been doing my as more now doing my certificate of public librarianship. One more project, and then I'll have 3 of my core courses of 4 all done. And I got to actually submit all of my trainings to Joy to get them accounted for, because you submit them, I guess, twice a year. And then those are all the things I've been doing.
Awesome.
I think it's all the things I've been doing.
Sally Moore in there.
I know.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
any questions?
Wording.
Nice
Oh,
job.
that was
Thank
great.
you.
Sounds like something that keeps you fresh.
It's so fun. It was great. I like one of the best like large programs we've been able to pull off.
That's
It was
great.
really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you,
Good.
Kendra.
Fun.
Yeah, do you want me to leave this on the minutes in the back? So you can-
I'm gonna, well, I'll just put mine in.
Oh.
Thanks.
All right. I'm so glad it was
Moving on.
so many people attended.
Yeah.
Great. Let's worry about that. And then I worry if there's enough food.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the thing I worry about.
the kids were adequately sugared at the end. I went around with a clean scraper yesterday and was scraping the crumbs out of the carpet. Squished in a few places. But yeah, there was, I mean, there were still some of my cookies left over, one of the kinds of cookies I made, and that was about it. So it was kind of like the perfect amount. Just
Great.
yeah. I don't think
Maybe we get more volunteers next year, so you don't have to make them up.
yeah, we tried. The only reason I made them
Yeah.
was because Kendra accidentally ordered the wrong kind of oatmeal for herself. So she gifted Ellis and I 2.5 pound bags of oatmeal. So I needed something to use all of that oatmeal up with. And also because she hadn't had a lot of people respond to her. So I said, I'll make some oatmeal cookies and bring them in. It's fun. Emery likes it. Saturday afternoon in the winter, fun. So do we want to go back to the
budget?
math?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, remember.
so I'll just use the other computer here. I'll just project up.
Any chance you could email it out too, just to,
Yes,
if it's.
I will do that right this second. Shakes.
You did the other categories too. Deleted it.
Oh, I forgot to do the
Payroll tax
the
expense.
payroll tax expense. I did work through,
I mean, that's not as major.
yeah, I worked through a couple of options. So, okay, I just sent that out to you.
I can do it too.
So I'll go to the second page. I'll give you guys a second to receive
There it
it.
Um.
So has everybody gotten it?
What does let you talk.
So the second page is the salaries page. So you can see here, I worked through a couple of different options.
Oh.
The first segment there is the current, what the current
Got it.
salaries are.
Okay.
So the second group here, I worked in like, you know, if we're gonna do it all, so 24 hours for 24,
40 hours.
25 an hour for Ellis times 40. And I also did $21 an hour for Kendra times 40. So if we gave that, you know, if we gave Ellis everything he wanted and we gave Kendra everything she wanted, it would, that's what the rate would be. It would be altogether, it would be 100,662,744. Sorry.
And is the 15, that's what it was before for the extra person?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
that's like a like
Yep.
supplemental.
Total for right now.
But the total for right now is it's if you look at the first page, it's what the this year is. So it's 129,855. So I also took the liberty of, in this third grouping here, I took the liberty of saying $23 an hour for Ellis, meeting in the middle, times 40 hours a week, and $21 an hour for Kendra times 35 hours a week. So it's not completely, it's not 40 hours, but it's 10 more hours a week. And then I said Janet on here for the 1,500. It's actually Janet and May, like the summer intern and a substitute. That's kind of where I added that
That's
in.
what
That
the 1,500
the
includes. The
1,500.
summer intern? How much is that they
I
make
don't
him?
I don't know. We've always just included it in our regular salary, and it hasn't gone over. So
How many average per week? And how many
I'd really
days?
have to look it up. I don't know, but we've always just included it in, and it hasn't gone over. So it's. I just wanted to put that bump in there, so if we do need to cover it, we can. So that
Okay.
way, so that's essentially $10,000 a year less than the middle option. So we're kind of at a
10,000.
like, you know,
Mm,
a little, a lot, and then in the middle. It's like the
40,
three bears.
35.
Because you're going up 30.
Yeah,
You know, you'd go in for scenario 2, you're going up 30
Yeah.
grand. Yeah.
yeah, for
30,
Just,
almost 33,000 grand,
Yeah.
actually,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's without the payroll taxes.
yeah.
plus payroll taxes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We're at 32,889 increase if we go with the first scenario, right? Plus payroll taxes increasing another 500 of
So I
more.
don't have a calculator.
yeah, I'd have to-
But it's you know, you do 7.765 times the increase. That'll at least give you the federal side. I don't know what. Nothing again. So 0.765
And
times whatever
and
the
that just
increase is.
includes 5 extra hours for Kendra, same amount of hours for Ellis.
32.
So the libraries, the taxpayers are
Give you
seeing
the
5 more hours increase.
for
160.
the middle one. No, the middle
Yeah.
one is 40 hours.
yeah.
It's too much. So it's 15 hours.
Oh, 15 hours, right?
Yeah,
And the other one is 10.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
Yes.
That looks right.
All right.
Extra 2,500 for payroll taxes.
So, I'm sorry, what did you say for the payroll taxes?
2,500.
2516 to be exact.
Because you don't have unemployment,
Okay. Yeah,
so it's just better.
Retirement,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
those
but
yet. Yeah,
those, yeah,
yeah,
to add all that in.
those I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Well, HRA monies are flexible.
Yeah, so I did go in and try to figure out what you had left over in HR money. And from what I understand, it looked like I pulled up the July. Oh, I'm sorry. This one's the right one. So this is for the budget year, fiscal year 25. So this is from July 1st of 2024 through June 30th of 2025. So according to this, as well as I can tell, the HRA expense said that you didn't pay anything. You didn't use any of the money last year. So it does
for
not,
25.
yeah, it doesn't make sense at all because like I know
Yeah.
You used it.
I used it.
Right.
So
Emails use dental too.
that's a like
Makes
whole
sense.
separate category. So I don't know why. I'm assuming it's something with the town not billing correctly or whenever, but according to this, there was $27,000 or more than that in that, left over in that account. So
And then this year will be different
Really?
because we've definitely used HRA money.
we
This year.
already spent, it was almost 6,000, I think. The thing was like 57 that
Okay.
kind
So
of
far.
just wrote the check for.
And then there's still more time, another half a
Yeah,
year.
another
Yep.
little bit more.
So
Would that be something?
We gotta plan on it.
Look up. What,
I guess the question is we have to plan on it, but how much do we have to plan on?
Okay, I'm sorry. I just got two questions at the same time. I can look up in QuickBooks to see how much it's like written to the town of Dover and those checks, did he bill you, like when he sent you the bill, was it just for the HRA or was it for like HRA and insurance and
The latter.
yeah. So I think that's probably where that stems from, that line item looking like it wasn't spent.
yeah, it's being pulled from something else.
Yeah, Carol probably put it under, working stop or something, So I would say you guys have to put in I'd say you probably safely could put 20 grand back into the budget. Do you think that's a safe assessment?
Based on the numbers we just threw around. Yeah.
But we still have, I'm sorry.
I think we need to drill down on that HRA number, Allison. I think I need
Yeah.
to take an hour one day and just like sit down with it, look at QuickBooks, look at, look back at last year, see what got billed, because I don't have a leg to stand on in terms of knowledge to say, oh yeah. Hey.
Just to let you know, the town still has not asked us for our budget.
Yeah. So it definitely doesn't be a priority.
Yeah.
So that we can get this budget done and submitted to them. Because they usually ask for it around this time.
Yeah, they haven't asked for it yet, so I think we have a little bit of wiggle time.
But if you're saying like last year, it's 28, and you're saying we think it'll be 8, we can take 20, but we still have half a year left, or that's the year before.
This is
oh, sorry.
that we already have. So
Yeah,
we've already given to.
right. Okay.
Roger, do you remember for fiscal 24 what the surplus or deficit was?
That was before my day.
Okay.
It was a surplus
burning it.
and it was like 16,000 something.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what it was. It was a
Okay.
change.
So how are we feeling about the salary increases? Which one do we want to go with the 25? Do we want to go
How
with
much
23?
does Kendra want to go to 40 hours?
Once her kids are in school,
Wants to go 40?
she want, I think she would maybe go to 35 and be comfortable in there.
Yeah.
Because her kids will still get out of, they'll still get out of school at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
She comes in most mornings, like drops her kids off and comes here. So a lot of mornings she's here at 8 o'clock. She's usually the first one here.
Suppose you could go in and ask and then have a fallback position. I don't know if that's the
That's
best
what I was
strategy.
thinking. Well, that's what I was thinking is if we go in with the bigger number.
Yeah.
And they go, nope, we got our secondary number right there.
Yeah.
It gives us a bargaining chip, I guess, or something, where we could be like, okay, well, instead of having to come back and be like, okay, well, let's figure this out.
Can we do, and you guys didn't like this idea before, can we do Ellis at 35 hours? And,
I think asking him to take on a promotion with more responsibilities and taking away hours.
so he's gonna be increasing in general. I mean, like maybe 5 hours more than he was doing in general. So you're looking at 5.
Well, he's been ramping up to close to 40 over.
Yeah, I'd have to go back. I just knew the
I
last
think,
payroll.
I think to expect less than 40 from him.
Is he working 37 all year? This is what I feel like when I've looked through these books that we have to look through every month, I feel like the hours were less, and I don't care either way. I'm just trying to.
Yeah. No,
I guess it doesn't match. We just have to say 40.
I would say we should. I think that maybe you tell me, Ally, if when we promote Alice to be assistant director, expectations go, I mean, maybe, is that a bad assumption on my part, that expectations are gonna go up and you're gonna need him?
No, that's not a bad.
No.
No.
I think.
We're gonna be looking at 40 hours and increase in responsibility.
Yeah.
Going on.
72 was the payroll before that.
So
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
he's between that 70 and 80.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I personally would prefer to not make any decisions today. I need time to think about it. I want to see Ellis, rightfully compensated, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, for his acquired new knowledge. But I'm very reluctant to agree to 40 hours for Kendra.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the same page with that.
Yeah.
I think because I think maybe the 35.
Yeah, because that's a 10-hour increase.
Yeah, that's a 10-hour increase, and I think that's sort of my gut.
So budget wise, we're just, 5 hours for Kendra per week. That's not the big increase here.
Collectively, it is.
But
when you look at your increasing wages and you're increasing time.
We threw that out there. We didn't say. I'm just saying.
I'm just.
I feel like you'd like to see or hear more. I've heard numerous people in the town say, and at the strategic plan, like people are like, really like what's going on here with the youth programming and the numbers that she's bringing in.
I don't deny that.
Yeah.
I really don't.
But when we threw out 40, that was just a number.
What is considered full-time? Is it 32 or 35?
25 is full-time.
I
Benefits is 25.
think it's 32.
32.
So
But don't quote me on it.
what if we look at that?
I know at Home Depot, if somebody
32.
works 32 hours for, I forget how many weeks in a row, we automatically have to make my full-time employee.
So if we look at that 32 for Kendra, that's a full-time increase. It's not that 35, it's not that 40. But it gives us that opportunity in the next year, if we see, okay, we definitely need more of those hours, to then approach that. Exactly, build up to it. Yes, people want to see her more. But right now she's budgeted for 25 hours a week. 40 hours a week, that's a 15-hour a week
That's a big-
increase. That's a huge jump.
Yeah.
And if she's trying to move into that, let's not throw her to the wolves,
Right.
right? Let's not say, do it all. Let's build ourselves up to that. And I think if we hit that minimum full-time mark at that 32 hours a week, it'll definitely make an impact in just running the numbers just
Yeah.
mentally. I want to
Yeah,
run
what do
through.
you think, Allison? I mean, she didn't come in here and ask for us. We're just like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
we're
she's
here,
talking
we're
to me
here,
about.
it's covering you.
Yeah.
It's coming from you,
yeah.
so.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that, like, 30, 32, 35, something like that. I think we can, it's also a good place to jump up and say, like, stand up at town meeting and say, she went from 25 to 35 and look at all of the other things that we did. She went from 25 to
Mhm.
30, look at everything we did. And if we,
Good. Yeah.
next year she goes to 30 to 40,
Yeah.
look at all the things
Yeah.
we can do. Like, this is our wish list. And if we had 5 more hours a week,
Yeah.
so it could be a way we could stair step it.
Yeah.
in.
It wouldn't be as big of a jump at that point to get to 40.
How many days a week does she work?
She's usually here 5 days a
5
week.
days a week.
She only works like a couple hours on Friday because just pre-K
Okay,
gets
so
out.
if we said, I think the 32 hours has got a nice.
So
a nice-
historically,
Yeah.
thinking back, since you have longevity here, both the clerk and the youth librarian positions were much shorter, weren't they?
They were, previously,
Hmm.
different hours now and
Very
different
much.
things, but previously we had a full-time director,
Mhm.
but not the same number of days either.
Hmm.
One less day. We had a assistant librarian desk clerk for 15 hours a week.
Wow,
And we had a youth librarian that was, I can't remember, I'm not positive, but I think 30.
I know Rodeo was made full-time before then.
They bumped her up,
Yeah.
they bumped her up,
Yeah.
they bumped her up.
Mhm.
But she was not doing 40 either. I think she was 30.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, I
Yeah.
think when you see the increase, there's different stuff going on now. Our hours are increased.
Programs.
Programs
Yeah.
increase
But
automatic,
that
right.
is what it
Right,
was.
I
and
mean,
it-
that's
It
what-
did run on that,
Mhm, yeah.
pretty well, actually. But lots of stuff going on,
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely has changed.
yeah, I mean, I guess maybe because that's my background, I get a little concerned about the hours for the staff and the money and the benefits
Mhm.
have just gone up and up.
Mhm.
Um,
We are open 45 hours a week
yeah,
in the spring and summer and 41.
which is
this
great.
time of year.
I like the
So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
that is,
That helps a
Important.
lot.
Yeah.
I
And
think.
with this, when I talk about the HUD grant later on, that's actually, you get scored for points and being open more than 41 or more is a big bonus.
and I'm not here watching what needs to be done and
Mhm.
who's here.
Mhm.
Sometimes as a trustee, I wonder, can we have less staff at certain times to balance out those hours so we don't have to have as many hours for staff? And that's just me as a
Mhm.
trustee and looking at taxpayer
Mhm.
money,
Mhm.
but you're here and you can
Yeah,
support that and
Yeah.
defend it.
like I can't do my job if, I don't have the two of them.
Yeah.
So, if you start cutting back staff hours, like I don't think under any circumstances we should think about cutting back anything that we already have. If you cut back staff
Mhm.
hours, you'd have less programming, you'd have less, less ability to help people. We do fewer interlibrary loans because we wouldn't have,
Mm.
I can't do interlibrary loans and do, respond to emails and fill out applications and
In order to toilet paper.
in order to move the paper.
Yeah.
And all of that fun stuff that I do. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but it's,
Yeah.
it's.
And I mean, I see Kendra and she's probably not even getting paid for all the hours she's doing
No.
stuff.
No.
I see it,
Yeah.
that I
And
can see
she's-
a little more clearly just because it's,
Yeah,
there.
100% she works
Yeah.
way more than she gets paid for.
So
And I tried to talk to her about,
With the extra baking cookie and all that
Yeah.
other stuff,
Yeah.
I mean, so
You
not-
said we had somewhere that we had 20,000 extra.
Kyle and I can look into it.
Because, I mean, I just ran a third option, just trying to get it to
Yeah.
that 20,000 range. So if we did raise for Ellis at 40 hours a week at $24 an hour, that's $960 a week yearly. That brings them to $49,920. Kendra, $21 an hour at 32 hours a week. That's $672. Yearly's $34,944, including your salary, brings us to $154,28, which is a difference of $20,573. With the
Hmm.
payroll tax, it's $1,596. So that makes it more into that
Yeah.
manageable.
But Ally,
range.
too.
and that's just
And,
the,
and
it-
that's,
that
So
last number
30 hours?
include the total amount that we're going to? I kind
Yeah.
of missed it. It
Yeah.
did.
That will bring Alice, if I listened correctly, up to almost 50, which just puts him really not that far below you.
About 15.
Yeah, 13. I mean, but still.
if you did the
Yeah.
$25 an hour, I mean, right there, he would be
Oh,
at
right.
52 if
Yeah.
it's 25 an hour. So this is like just a step below, but
I
that
like- I like-
again,
I like that combination. I like that
Right.
combination.
It-
The
it gives-
24, which to me sends him the message that we heard you, we can't quite get there, but we respect what you're asking.
Yeah.
And we expect more from you. It bumps up, Kendra's hours, I think appropriately. I think it's a nice balancing act there.
Yeah.
Starting in June.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
How does that feel to you?
or July 1st.
did you want to see? I have the numbers right here if you
Right.
need to see it visually.
Yeah.
I'm getting crispy, you guys.
I
really am.
So this was the.
These meetings are long. And this is like a lot of.
Yeah.
Pretty intense stuff.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
In every part of it.
Okay.
No.
You got the Kendra show in the middle.
Yeah,
I did get a snack.
I
You
came
said
in-
leftover cookies.
I came in with a goal
They
of,
went home.
I came in with a goal of how can we make these meetings shorter? This is telling me, but we can't. I mean,
This is big, the budget is big
Yeah,
and we have to
it
be
is.
responsible. We have to look at everything.
Think about it. In 2 months, we won't have to talk about it anymore for
So do we want to ask
10 more months.
Allison to work on it with Kyle to get the HRA number
So this would be.
with the numbers
for a
that?
salary.
You're gonna
Or
come in
just came up
Tuesday.
with-
I'm gonna come in
On Tuesday, if we all sit
Yeah.
down and
It's the
talk about
difference
it, and then
Yeah.
we can send it out to the
Current
group,
staff,
the
129.
wider group.
Yeah, I'd
and-
like to do that.
We need to do that.
And
Also, just so you know, staff development, you
And
had
then that's. the-
proposed that we go down to
I know.
15. So,
Yeah.
then you will have like 1,000 for your staff to do development total.
Number
Yeah.
that allows.
Yeah, I know, I think. we'll
And
have to
if we do
talk about
the,
that.
but we need to get the numbers down.
Yeah. Okay.
My least
I think we
favorite
can, I
part
mean,
of
I
it.
think that's a workable, yeah, I think that's a
Yeah,
negotiable.
I don't know, it's, like I said,
That's 42
I
bucks.
really don't want to make a decision right now.
Can we,
I
Make-
really need to
let's
think
do a
about it.
different meeting
Yeah.
and a short one
If
on
we have
budget for
to.
a different time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard for
Let's move
everyone.
on.
I think we can get
If
well,
we
the
get
numbers
more
out in front of
Yeah,
everybody.
in that way.
And then that way everybody can digest them. And if there's
Mhm.
more than one scenario,
We
you
sit
can,
down and
yeah,
Pros and cons. and-
right.
Yeah.
Do you want me to email just those numbers that I wrote down? Just
Like
Me
that.
would be great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
that way.
Yeah.
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 I was just like, I
Oh,
don't want another
right.
meeting. I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we,
No,
I think Richard.
because we gotta finish this other stuff or
Yeah,
put
let-
off
let
whatever.
me get
I
out of
gotta
here.
hear it.
Because yeah,
I gotta get my wood stove going.
Really?
My heat can't keep my house at temperature and when it gets this cold,
Yeah, same.
it was, yeah. Even if it runs full, it doesn't.
When it's this cold, it just
like, it's like, like I'm doing 58. That's about all I can do. Sorry, man.
Where are we?
So we did the budget and we did youth librarian and we did credit card, everything. So
Strategic plan.
strategic.
we didn't
so
do policy review.
policy review, we don't have a policy to review in
But no.
December
Okay.
because budget is our policy.
Yeah.
in
right.
December. So there is.
Right, moving right along.
And I can cover strategic plan in my report because I wrote about it in my report.
Okay.
We
So-
agree
Oh, okay.
on the budget
All right.
Yeah, we decided to table it for.
after you guys meet.
Yeah, we'll send out
Yep.
something for people to
All right.
put eyes on.
Sorry, we moved ahead without you.
It's okay. Policy meeting, so we count this, strategic planning over in years. Credit card payments already talked about, posting minutes.
I promise I'll be good. I forgot one
Mhm.
time, Kathy. I'm sorry. I will. And Ellis
Right.
said he will. He was happy to.
That
take
was-
on
Oh,
that.
I think
Well,
the
that
main
was,
thing,
that was
yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Why we needed to talk
Yeah.
about this. Because I'm fretting away the whole weekend, worried. And I just was very stressed about
Yeah.
it because on Monday, when those minutes were posted, that we were already past the legal
Yeah.
time.
I will do the minutes. I have to work Thursday morning. I'll do the minutes for you to review tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time, so you'll have them before Thursday morning because I have to work Thursday morning.
But that was fine. I had posted them early Friday morning.
After I gave them to you, I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, that's off my plate.
Yeah, right.
It's not your problem.
Right.
That's good.
It was my
Um,
fault. Ellis said he will cover it in the future if anything
Okay, so I
happens.
contact him. I mean, I did
Yeah.
not want to have to call you that Sunday.
No,
or
no, I know.
send you a text.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that, but I felt like I had to,
Yep.
you
I
know.
mean, our legal requirements.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't know, probably nothing will ever happen or come to it, but I just felt I needed to do that. So yeah, good. That was my question.
Okay. Yes,
Paul
we're
Ellis.
good on that one.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah, I'm gonna teach him how to do it.
building the board of trustees. Diane, are you still planning on?
I'm stepping down in March after
Okay.
my 7 years. Yep.
So we
I
need
did
a
5 years and then
move
2.
approved for that
Yeah.
because
Hmm.
it was end of January.
When
Where
do
the
we end?
signatures have to be in,
Oh,
so
for,
somebody can be on the ballot.
Yeah.
that's a great question.
Even on.
Okay.
I am also stepping down.
So we have
Oh.
2 spots. to fill.
How many do you have to how many trustees do you have to
5.
have? 5.
Hi.
And I also will be finished in February so that you can get a person to replace me.
You'll be finished in February.
Well, yeah, February 28th or so, because I needed to vacate so that,
Oh, that will be your last
Yeah.
meeting is in February. And then
Yeah.
the new person comes in March. Yeah.
So are both of your terms expiring? Is that what?
Diane's is.
Mine is.
Yours
mine is not.
Pushing
yours
Mine
through.
would be someone needs to
Mhm.
fill it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, so we need to get something.
It would be 2 more
newspaper
years.
Or online or all of the above.
Look
Yeah.
at, and last time we did it, we
Record
kind of were like,
times, yeah.
what does this group need,
Mhm.
too? Like, as far as skills or, what
Yeah,
part of the community
keep
they
it
are.
diverse.
Yep.
You seem to have I mean, I'm saying this not knowing, you seem to have a fairly long history with the library, so it'd be good with somebody with some institutional knowledge, maybe. Maybe,
Right. I know, and we
maybe.
try to keep it, it was supposed to be so that, there's always someone who has some history on there.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Which is why I stayed on
Yeah.
for another 2 years. And I'm staying on right now. I'm just it's been a stretch. Yeah. I'm always, available for questions and stuff too,
Yeah.
as is like Jody, who
Yeah.
is gone. She's always available.
Yeah.
Huge knowledge. It's too bad that you can't stay on, but I get it too. You have a lot going on with family and retirement and grandchildren.
Did you receive earlier? Okay.
So I guess everyone should kind of think about
Mhm.
who, I mean, it is open to anyone who wants to run, for
Mhm.
sure. Always.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there a bulletin board up at town hall? That you can put, library seeks new trustees?
Post office, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Fire department, the windows are
And
posted.
the town office would be.
Yeah.
good spot too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people who are interested in it here,
Yeah,
Yes.
but I thought others,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
And
the school, maybe.
Yeah, not a bad idea. You can
We
ask them to
definitely
include it
need
in the newsletter.
signatures at the end of January,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah,
date
it's
has
not
not
taking
been
us
set
into the
yet.
Tuesday meeting.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's plenty of time.
We could always change it. They have a meeting for Wellington. Yeah, so that's the big
So
news
if you
with that
get
one.
on
Adam.
Fighting to
Okay,
get
yeah,
the new
right.
blood
Oh,
in
God.
there.
Yeah.
It'll be,
Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns on that?
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, great, thank you. Thanks.
No, I mean, just in general,
Yeah,
concerns.
yep. All right, we did the youth library report. All that's left is the director's report.
All right. Woo.
Really picked yourself up.
I got no energy for song and dance right now. Let me
Oh,
go.
there we
we
go.
don't either.
I
We read it, right? You guys all
Yeah.
got it?
I did a bunch of
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
So most of it has been devoted to working on the strategic plan. Like in addition to what we do at our meetings, for the committee, I also am in the background working on things like, our SOAR assessment, which stands for Strengths, Opportunities, something and results and assets and results. So, and doing like community needs assessments in the background. So there's a lot of that stuff that's been going on. We also had a staff meeting. I didn't write that on my report. But we had a staff meeting, and some of the things we've been focusing on in the strategic planning committee meetings are like what our mission statement is going to be, what the library's mission statement will be, what our vision statement is. The difference between the two is the mission statement is what you want to do. A vision statement is what you see the library looking like if you were to achieve all of your goals in the mission statement. So, and then there's a third statement called a value statement. And so that is something that Kendra and Ellis and I sat down and worked on together. And, it's not on that computer. That computer is not doing it. Sorry, I had it all queued up and ready to go, and it doesn't matter. Ta-da! Here's our value statement. So there are 4 values are supportive. We provide empathetic, encouraging support to our community. Welcoming. We embrace our role as a community anchor by providing a diverse and accessible environment. Ever evolving. We adapt to meet the changing needs of our community of lifelong learners. And connection. We ensure access to information, programming, materials, and technologies for all community members. So we thought that was like a nice little group of values. And not only do these are our values for working with our community, these are also our values for working with each other. So we were happy to.
Does that include the wording changes that happened in the last meeting?
We talked about perhaps eliminating the word diverse and replacing it with a different word, because we're going to be applying for a federal grant. So
really?
Yeah.
Sad,
So this is a work in progress.
This is not the final draft, but I will be accepting the Soros application. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
We're tweaking things.
I can't remember from the last one. She's terrible.
Yeah.
Literally, 1984.
Right?
Diverse,
Yeah.
crazy.
Can't use the words Big Brother tells you not to.
yeah, he's listening. Shh.
You're not looking.
So the yeah, we had our community meeting in November, and we invited like 50 people to come. We had 30 people-ish, 35 people who said they were coming. We had 25 people who actually came, and not all of them were the people who said they were coming. Some of them were different people. So because we did open it to the community at the last minute, and some people came who weren't previously invited.
Which is fine.
Which is fine, yeah. So after sitting down with the planning team, we decided that we're going to have another community meeting, because the people who were part of the community really wanted to know information that Tracy and Mike really don't know because of their unique position. They're not really involved with the library.
The staff wasn't there. The trustees weren't there for this meeting.
And we did that purposely because, people could say what they wanted to say without fear of reprisal or, like holding back books. So, Tracy and Mike didn't know how much money we spend on programming a year or, like what the library is planning on doing. So we're going to have another community meeting. I just got an email from Jeanette. The hall is booked, and
on the date we wanted.
On the date we wanted, January 28th.
January 28th.
And so, the trustees will be invited. Probably at the January meeting, we'll sit down and talk about, like, if you guys can come, we might do some breakout groups into smaller, breakout sessions into smaller groups. So we would be looking at maybe.
Is that a daytime thing or an evening?
Evening.
Did you just say you booked the hall for it?
I booked the hall.
Because we could have it in here too. I mean, it's a nice space in here.
If it's a large group of people, it gets problematic. It's easier to serve food over there. So.
And this is what
if we're gonna have breakout groups, it might be easier.
Like I know we could have at least 40 in here because.
Yes.
I've seen it. Okay. All right. So at the hall, great.
Yeah.
And that's
great.
Strategic planning meeting? What it's
it's a community meeting. I kind of see it as a pre-town meeting.
Okay.
For the library.
Okay.
You know how they have pre-town meeting and nobody comes?
Yep.
And that's really where they discuss why you're spending this money and what you're spending it on. For me, I feel like it's going to be informative, and then we'll have a break and we'll have some food and snacks or whatever. And then we'll sit down and say, okay, now you know more details about the library. What do you foresee? This is a problem. We really feel like there's a problem with housing in our community. How can we, this group is going to talk about what the library can
breakout
do.
Group.
Yeah. Then this group will talk about employment opportunities or daycare, just throwing words out there.
What do you think?
So I know there was one, some feedback from it was great. They enjoyed it, but they wanted to do more. They were okay, now basically the whole meeting was kind of getting to know each other and talking about what our community needs. But people are well, what about the library? They never got to that point of how the library can fulfill these community needs. So that's why it needs another meeting to finish up.
6 to 8 kind of time.
Yes, 6 to 8. So somebody did actually come and talk to me and who came to the meeting after we met the last week. And he was I'm not in it. I'm not interested in doing a long-term volunteer thing. But I am I would come for one more meeting and be interested in doing that. And then it was Bobby Edwards. And I was okay, well, you're really into local history too, because I know you worked on that. How about volunteering first, doing some local history stuff in the summer for programming, and how and now he might be building us our new work table. So it was really it was so nice to sit down with somebody that I would not normally sit down and talk to. And
there's people out there that want to help. There really is. Yeah.
So I feel like this community meeting is is one of those places. Like, let's sit down, let's be a community, have some food and talk about
Mm.
what,
What the library can do.
yeah, and what
Yeah.
we do.
What the community
You
needs,
know,
what the library
Yeah.
can
Like,
do.
you think
Yeah.
we need to do X, Y, Z, guess what? We already do it.
Yeah,
Because that's the answer a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
but then how to promote it.
Yeah.
more, Which
Yeah.
is something
Yeah.
that came
That's
up too. Like there was one
That's right.
person who's like, I can help you.
Yes.
I have the skill to help teach you how to promote
Yeah.
more. So
And that can
people
be,
do
you
know.
know, that can be
Yeah.
a breakout group.
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
are we promoting?
Yeah.
What are we doing to
Yeah,
make
but
it?
clearly if people are asking, you know, gee, we need to be able to do this, and the answer is frequently, we do that.
Yeah,
Then we're obviously not getting the message to
Right.
people.
And that's where
Uh,
Ellis could do the Facebook post.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we're reaching out to the people.
We,
I
I
didn't send
hope,
you my information yet.
yeah, I have a list of all of the people that came, -2, because we couldn't remember the last.
Do you
two.
have all mine that you need?
I think so.
Okay, to
Um,
thank them for coming.
To thank them for coming and to invite them to this meeting, and then we're gonna open it up to the wider community as well.
Cool.
So that's strategic planning update.
At that next meeting, would you want anyone from the board there? Or do you want
Yes,
to keep it?
absolutely. Yeah, that's, we're not gonna be in hiding anymore.
So that meeting date was
It's behind the kitchen.
January
door.
28th.
January 28th.
Yeah,
Town hall, 6 to 8.
yes.
Okay, let's see.
Um,
Yeah, some people are kind of confused that we weren't there, actually, but that's just what we decided to do.
yeah.
So, I mean, actually, all my people, they're like, see you there tonight. And I'm like, just so you know, not invited, you're going. And then, you know. Yes.
Yeah, it's like, so everything we did was based on the PLA, Public Library Association best practices.
Right, which they didn't
So,
know.
yeah.
We could share that with them
Yeah.
at the next one. Like, you know, when you did this was based on what
Yeah.
they told us how to run it. So,
Yeah, just a heads up, some of the information that I've been accumulating because of doing like the community needs assessment and everything, will be getting shared at that meeting. And like, this I found was an interesting factoid. Last year, we spent almost $6,300 on programming. We offered 357 programs and had more than 2,600 attendees to those programs. That comes out to $17 a program or $2.38 a person. So when you think about like, wow, $6,000 is a lot of money to spend on programming. It's
I don't think it is.
you don't think it is,
No.
but like Joe
Yeah,
Schmo.
they only see the big number.
We
though.
also
Yeah.
talked about how like there's like the 1% and recreation, perhaps we can do a little like joint effort with
Yeah,
them on
we-
a couple of the programs too.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, there's room for that for sure.
In those statistics, are all the programs paid programs, or are you including programs that, you know,
Like it's including book club where we don't actually
book
spend
club, right,
really any money
Well,
besides
career,
career. Yeah,
mahjong and all
yeah,
ongoing programs,
Yes.
a walking club or whatever. So it's everything.
everything.
Okay. So what would the difference be if
Yeah.
it was
Yes.
just paid programs
Yeah,
that would be an
Programs that have
interesting,
a
I
cost.
mean,
right?
that's
Yeah.
why you do an assortment of programs.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Right.
Said it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
understand that,
Yeah.
but I'm curious what
Yeah.
would be
Yeah,
the,
I mean, if people use different things, like some people only use Hoopla, you know, but they don't take out
Yeah.
books here, so they're not using that service. And
it's,
Yeah.
it's all the same,
Right.
you know, like, yeah,
Yeah.
very similar ideas. So moving on from strategic planning, we received all but one of our new computers. We actually did receive it, but sent it back because it was damaged in
Okay.
shipping. Thank you, FedEx. And I just got a notification that it should be we should be receiving it today. Yes. Wow. And we purchased deep freeze. It ended up being like $100 a year. So I just went ahead and bought it. And so that will do a great job of protecting the computers to help them.
That was one you thought was in the room now.
I thought it was going to be like $400.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Okay,
They
good.
do it based upon
Good.
how many licenses you
Yeah.
buy. So
Okay.
we only bought 3. We only have to pay for 3. And then the first year they make you buy some, like, I don't know, it's some insurance plan or
Yeah.
something, but you don't have to buy it after the first year.
Huh.
So the cost will go down even further.
Huh.
They last week they had an information session about the new HUD grant that is opening up. This is a federal grant. The Department of Libraries is administering it, so they'll be the ones who decide who gets the money, but the federal government is the one that gave the money. So you have to, there's certain things you have to do because it's federal money. Like certain things you can't say. So it's a very competitive grant. There are lots of libraries in the state who are going to apply for it. The amount given is going to be between 100,000 and 400,000, and they're going to be pretty strict about that. They estimate they'll be giving about 20 of them, and they are grants for like the systems of buildings and the envelope of the building.
What does the envelope mean?
The roof,
Exterior.
the grant, the walls, the floor, also systems, so HVAC,
Water?
Water well?
I know, it's like,
that's already paid for. Yeah, they already paid for it, apparently. We're just waiting the okay for the ground samples.
does it matter that it's town building with multiple things
Town building, they only are giving out
for town
grants to
building?
municipal libraries or 501c3
Okay,
libraries.
so yeah, like there is definitely need for replacement for the heating
Yes.
and air conditioning in this building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
And I like your exit.
yeah, so they also is for accessibilities and structural repairs. I did ask during the webinar if like you wanted, like, I need new HVAC and I need a new entrance and I need a new exit, and we could use some windows too. And so I was like, can you do, like, my building just needs a whole lot of work,
Different things.
or do you want to see a project?
Mhm.
And so they're really going to focus more on projects. She
Mhm.
said that will get you more points. And every question that you answer in this application has a points value, and that's how they decide who
Who's the
gets
most
this.
needy?
Yes.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
also different areas of the state will get more point values. But they're going to try to give out one in each county. Our county, they did another big grant like 2 years ago, and our county did get one of those. So I don't know who got it, but there's 4 counties that didn't. So they were going to focus on those.
Now, is this a grant that you're going to be applying for, and for what?
Yes, so I am going to apply for it. Somebody from the board will have to write a letter saying, like, I have the authority to apply for it, and the library board supports us applying for this grant. I also will have to have a statement of support from the select board, because technically the town owns the building, so
Right.
they would have to okay it. What I was focusing on was going to be accessibility. For my brief talk with the state librarian, I felt like that might have a better chance. Yeah, if we can get our front,
Needs help.
yes, our front walkway is not accessible. Like that ramp is not safe. Like the ramp needs to be replaced. We need doors that are actually wheelchair accessible. Like probably some automatic openers. I was hoping that because the entranceway is there, maybe we could get like a few dollars towards making the entranceway a little more pretty. At least maybe painting, like, we're going to damage the walls. We should fix it. The ceiling, yeah. Like maybe we could tuck some of that in there and see if that will go. And then having a rear entrance built on a rear exit built in.
And accessible.
Yes, they will not do additions, but I think like cutting a hole will probably be okay.
Is this grant just for libraries or is it for towns?
It's just for libraries. It's administered by Department of Libraries. So yeah, it has to be a library applying.
It'd be good to talk to the town too, to put in this sooner than later.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, you know, I'd have to have them write the letter too. So the
Sounds great.
application period closes at the end of March. So it is, I thought it was going to be a really quick turnaround. I thought it was going to be a month, but it's not, thankfully. Just who wants to write a grant in December? So, you know, hopefully that project, you know, they like that project. And we have the staff and I have been talking about how we really could use an AED in this building. It's something we've thrown around for a while. It makes us a little nervous that we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. And the only other AEDs in Eastover are at the elementary school. So if the school is closed, there's not one there. And the fire department. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was an incident with somebody who was saved by an AED in Westover not too long ago. So like there's definitely been a push. We had a Rotary meeting and they were discussing it there. And my brother-in-law is on Deerfield Valley Rescue. He said that he thinks he can get us a refurbished AED with, you have to buy pediatric paddles separately. So with the paddles, he thinks he could get one for about $725. I approached Kids in the Country to see if that would be something they'd be interested in. They absolutely would love it. They're not really feeling like they're in a position to work on fundraising right now because they're a little understaffed still. I understand that. So we decided we would go for it. And we would put the ideal location of the AED would be in the hallway so that both groups would have access to it. We'd also do some training sessions around it so that everybody in both places knows how to use it. So we decided this year to, instead of pushing so last year we made like $40 on the Adopt a Book program. And the amount of time that it took me to set it all up and order all of the books and get the Square store up online was not worth $40. So instead of concentrating on that this year, I thought, let's put it out there and try to make the AED our focus for December and try to raise the money.
What about the Rotary Club? Can we apply for a grant for that?
I don't, is there a limit of how many grants you can apply for in a year?
The last one was
you can
pretty-
apply for it.
Yeah.
Talk to who's grants chair, who's Jess. Yeah, talk to Jess.
Yeah, I'll talk to Jess about it.
And particularly where you're raising some of the funds,
Yeah,
and even if you ask for a $350 grant or $400 grant to cover, half the price of it, that will,
It's a
we'll
community
fundraise,
need.
we'll fundraise the rest, and can we get a grant for that? That's certainly worth
It's
it.
definitely going above and beyond what the library needs to do, for
Yeah.
sure. It's a community
Oh,
thing.
yeah, it's certainly not an operations item by any means.
I was also looking at some other grant sources too.
Yeah.
So, sounds terrible, but $725 is not a lot of money. So sometimes it's hard for getting the
Yeah.
smaller grants than the bigger grants.
Yeah,
But definitely
But
like,
small ones like that might work well.
Yeah.
will we,
You
are
just
you
don't
cut
wanna-
off on a certain number of grants?
It's not on the number of grants, it's just a matter of if they
Yeah.
think you're coming to the well too often.
Mhm.
It's sort of, it's a nebulous thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
the sentiment of the people on the board. Movements.
Uh-huh.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I can also go in there and be like, hey, you guys, this is our Venmo.
Yeah.
QR code. You guys want to
to the
donate?
members, yes,
Yeah, we're having a holiday party tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I could bring it there
Yeah,
and be like, hey.
absolutely.
Here it is.
We'll do that.
I mean,
We'll
also
do that.
maybe
We'll do that.
people, like, I don't
Yeah.
really know much about it or what it
Yeah.
is or why we need it but even just what you shared now.
Yeah,
helps me.
it's an automated.
Well, it
it's
was
completely
the
automated.
pro at the.
Have you reached out
at the
like-
pickleball club
Have you reached
That
out to
dropped.
the,
that dropped
Brattleboro or
and
Bennington
was hit with
Hospital
the
to their
AED and
community outreach?
he owes his
committee
life
to
to
see
it.
If there's any
Yeah, sure.
grant
Yeah.
money
Yeah.
initiatives
Yeah.
towards stuff
Yep.
like that?
I will.
Because I know that, I know in the past that BMH has donated theirs to be refurbished with the expectation that it would be brought back to the community.
Okay.
Now, mind you, this says pre-COVID, so
Yeah.
I don't know what's changed since then, but I think it's I was just Googling it real quick. I think it's either the Office of Development or the Community Health Team.
Okay.
But
All right.
I'll bet the Christmas party.
Yeah.
I'll bet the Christmas. I mean, I
I mean,
I
that's a
can
lot
tell you
to
if
ask
it were
of you
the,
to be.
if it were the, if the battle, if it were the Brattleboro club.
I know, God.
We're already this year. Everybody decided that instead of we usually do like a Yankee swap. Instead of doing that, we're all going to donate $25 towards the food pantry.
Which
Instead of-
one?
Oh, that's a
Food
good
pantry.
idea.
Oh, good.
The Rotary?
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
This is like something I don't like to think about either. What about are there any like insurance things that we need to do because we're gonna have this machine
I
and
don't think so.
and
I don't. I
I
can
think
reach
if
out.
anything, it
and
might
see.
actually reduce any kind of insurance, because I've seen it where,
No.
you
I
know,
mean, if you do something
Still
and
need
it's
annual
not right,
Inspections.
Yeah, there are some certain good Samaritan rules that
usually
protect
that's like.
for stuff
Vermont
like
has
that.
can be done, but-
Has a lot of good.
Yeah.
okay.
Vermont has good Samaritan.
Yeah.
Like that covers
So
our.
is that something worth looking into though?
Yeah, I will definitely look
Okay,
it
cool.
up.
That'd be good.
But that's a good point.
Unfortunately,
It's unfortunate. but
Jody's
you've always
taught
gotta
me to
make sure
think
that
about
we-
insurance.
At the, we
Hello,
had
Judy.
a similar situation at the Brattleboro Rotary just
Right.
last week.
Yeah.
Somebody came up with this great idea on New Year's Eve. Why don't we have a bunch of us volunteer to drive people home?
Oh,
And we would accept donations
Yeah.
to the Rotary. And as soon as you said accept donations to the Rotary, my dear friend Jess, my insurance agent says, no way.
yeah.
Insurance company won't touch you if you're being paid in any way and somebody hits you or you hit something and you know somebody vomits all over your car. Too bad. They had to can the idea because of the risk.
Mhm.
So another great, concept was great if you're willing to put your car seats at risk on New Year's Eve. But they had to can it.
So I'll,
This is different.
the last administrative thing I have is that Boundless is going to be shut down at the end of the year. So because they were owned by Baker and Taylor, so they're going out of business, they're canceling everything. And we discontinued Blackstone as of November 1st. So because we have the money budgeted already, I increased the number of checkouts per person on Hoopla back up to 10 where it had been. So I just wanted to share the graph for the month of November that shows the usage. I'm sorry, Diane. I wanted to say-
Man, I have it here, but it's
Yeah,
I can't
it's-
read it.
It's teeny tiny. So the first, it's the left, I don't know which one is the x-axis and the y-axis, but the one on the left is the number of patrons, and the one on the bottom is the number of checkouts. And it shows that 14 people took out one book
Okay.
or one item, and then it goes all the way up to 11 checkouts
And this is for
with one person checking out 11.
books, Hoopla.
Hoopla is books, movies,
Okay, so
music.
this is Hoopla. This is
Yeah.
electronic something. Got it.
Can
So-
we still keep the budget at a certain amount?
Yes,
for
it
Hoopla?
already is. It's
Okay.
still at 500.
Okay, great.
So if we start hitting that, but
And that's what we're
Yeah.
budgeting for next year as well, or did we increase that?
we did not increase it.
Okay.
That's in our books and materials.
Books and materials. That was my question.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
line, it's like one of our internal line items underneath
Okay.
that line item. So you can see like at the end of the month, you get free checkouts where like doesn't go against your total. And that's why one person was able to have 11. I think we're averaging about, the highest amount for a single item checked out for us is a little less than $3. So I think that's about our
That's what I
average.
picture when I calculate.
So if you do what did we check out last?
And they're at how many now? 7?
10,
But what was it before?
5.
5.
Yeah. So we did 171 downloads last month, and I forgot Carol always used to get the invoice for Hoopla and just pay it. I bet we haven't paid Hoopla in a couple of months.
Oh,
I paid Hoopla.
You did? Okay.
Isn't- Nobody's in QuickBooks. Yeah, I made a Hoopla- Midwest tapes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Great.
Hoopla.
You're on top of it.
Planning a Hoopla. Midwest.
Midwest,
I do,
yeah.
Midwest, yeah.
Okay. So I don't know how much we paid. I didn't see it, but I can tell you it's not a lot. It's not anywhere near where we were.
Do you want to know how much you paid?
Sure.
350.
350. That's
So,
next to nothing compared to how much we were. And then programming, we're doing all of our normally scheduled programs. Some of them are just on weird days. And we're including all 3 of our book clubs, except for the one exception is there's no lunchtime walking club on Christmas Eve. The end.
Good job.
And who'd like to make a motion?
We have to set up our next
I was about to
meeting.
say-
Oh, sorry.
Special.
We need a budget meeting and we need to set up the next meeting, right?
Yeah. All right, so let's.
okay.
What days work are
What
Tuesdays?
about the 13th instead of the 6th? Because
fine.
I
I
am,
feel like we're just barely
We in
getting to the
January?
holidays.
I am
What was it?
not gonna be here. I'm gonna be at the craft fair right next.
It's
The
next
13th
Tuesday when
of
you guys are
January?
gonna
Oh, 13th of
Yeah,
January.
January?
Yeah.
No,
At 10 o'clock.
no, yeah, no, I thought you meant the special.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
No, that one has to be sooner, right?
Yeah.
Richard?
Well, that's why I
would
thought
think
you
so.
meant the
Right,
13th.
yeah.
I think it has
sooner
to
might
be
be better.
sooner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute, which are we on? Are we on the regular meeting?
Special meeting.
Special meeting,
Okay,
okay.
special meeting.
What do you got in mind?
December 24th.
My days off next week are the 19th and the 20th.
24th.
I'm working.
Oh.
I'm
Are you
joking.
joking? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I'm
I'm like, let me see.
sorry.
I'm like, there's a green dot there. It's Christmas Eve. Like next week,
The 19th of it's, we
19th?
come in early because
I
I have to
cannot.
work.
Thursday and Friday, I cannot. I'm working about snow now. Ski shop, double shifting to my January
Mm.
job.
Oh.
It's a little crazy.
Um, thanks.
I see you fancy.
I'm just crazy.
It's okay. I made a list the other day of all the jobs I have and I was like,
Right. Now you're gonna do the girl
Monday?
club thing. I'm like,
Monday the 15th?
If you guys are meeting on Tuesday, then we should do it after that. Yeah.
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 Can you do Tuesday?
it's Hanukkah.
So they're
30.
gonna have the, I don't know if that's gonna be a lot for them to have their meeting for the budget on Tuesday and then.
Don't you want to see the numbers
Yeah, you'd
first?
wanna look at them. I'm
It will
assuming.
cut down on
I
time,
see.
maybe.
Yeah.
17th?
But then
17th?
Richard's only available on Tuesdays.
Oh,
Well, no,
16th?
it's different. Each
Oh,
week.
later in the
I
day.
usually, for our meetings, I always request the Tuesday off.
Right.
So,
but you said the 20th?
so the 19th and 20th are days that I are already scheduled off that week.
Okay.
If I need to adjust my day off, I can try to do that. Like if we want to do it Wednesday,
Oh.
I can talk to them about cake and I work Friday instead.
or
Work
you
means
you do it and I don't come to it. That's as long as you have enough people, right? I mean, it's-
I scheduled like spotty, so that's why I need to,
I'm
whatever
sorry, which
works
day
for
are we
everyone else,
talking about
and
now?
I'll let you know. what works for you. I can do the 17th, 19th, and the 20th.
20th
in
is
the-
Saturday.
Yeah, in
Okay.
the morning.
Oh,
I can
Um,
do any of those days in the morning.
yeah.
I can't do the Saturday. I'm on a train to New York on Saturday morning. Friday the
19th.
19th.
Diane said,
Yeah,
But maybe I
working.
just don't come. If you can get 4 without me,
What
then
time do you need to work?
all day long. I work from 8:15
Oh,
until
wow.
11 at night on
No.
Thursday, Friday.
Yikes.
That's it.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's a fun
crazy.
day.
Crazy. I'm gonna try to double shift it because I like my
Hmm.
days off in a row. And if
Yeah.
it doesn't work, then I'll try to
Yeah.
switch to another day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
I'm
I
way
can't do
too
those
old on
anymore.
long days. I'm-
I can't
Might be
do
why I
them.
have a headache.
Yeah.
Need some sleep.
I don't think we want to go into Christmas
No,
week.
we don't want to.
Let's do, okay,
Let's
let's do
see.
the,
I can try to switch my schedule up. If we want to do it
20th,
on
let's do the
Wednesday,
19th, or
I
we could do
can-
Wednesday, the 17th.
I can try to
In the
move my
morning?
day off.
What time do you
I'll
work?
probably approve it. Wednesday, 8 to 4:30.
Yeah,
What about the
Wednesday,
evening?
It's in Bennington, so it'll take me about an hour to get here.
I can do anything
Hopefully.
after 9:15 on Wednesday.
I have a meeting at 2:30, but beyond that.
What about Wednesday at like, so you don't have to change it to like 6 o'clock or something?
That works for me. I don't know about everybody else.
What is,
6
what
p.m.
Or
day?
is that too
Wednesday?
hard because
When-
family and
It's
I'm
probably
sorry.
the 17th.
That's,
The 17th.
that's
yeah.
gonna
Wednesday,
be-
the 17th, what time?
that's gonna be hard for me to get childcare,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because Matt's now heading into the busy season, so
Ah.
his hours are unpredictable, so it's easier for me to do it during school hours. So that's
so we should, so then we're looking at either Richard switching a schedule, doing it Wednesday, the 17th, or you guys all just do it on the 19th and I don't come. Which is also fine with me.
I think we aim for the 17th, and if I can't get my schedule adjusted, I'll let you guys know, and then we work on another plan.
What
Okay, but our
time,
Target
what
will be the
time?
17th,
Yeah.
10 a.m.
10 o'clock.
on the 17th.
17th. 10?
And they'll probably say yes. Like my ASM is pretty
See.
flexible with
Did,
that stuff. So
what was Tuesday? Did anyone have a Tuesday issue? Could it be Tuesday
Well,
instead?
because
Well,
Tuesday
meeting
they're
on
having a
that's when
meeting,
they're.
Oh.
so that's why we're like after that would be.
Right.
I wouldn't want to make them do
For
it on the
the
same day.
Budget, because you're not gonna do it this week, you'll do it next week.
Well, that way you guys also have the night to like
Look at it.
look at it and think
Yeah.
about it.
Okay,
That's
so
not a
I
lot
will
of time
put
though
an
to
agenda-
look at the numbers and
One
think about
night?
it.
Put out an agenda for.
Yeah.
Saturday, 2 days before.
Um,
So
And
it'll
then-
have to be up that Monday. So
Yeah,
if you let me know,
I can start working on it like tomorrow.
yeah,
Maybe
Let
later
me know as soon
today,
as it's
depending on
done.
what I have to do today. Well,
yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Today's
Okay,
whole
so tentatively 10 o'clock
10
on,
a.m. Wednesday.
on
17th.
Wednesday, if you can make the switch.
Yeah,
If not, Friday is our backup.
yeah, that would be our
Okay.
backup.
Text me.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna end up being, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, just let us know.
Okay.
And then for January, we're good for the 13th at 1.
Yeah. We had.
well, we're back to,
Previously remembered, we had agreed 1 p.m. would be a good starting time. We've been adjusting based on
Oh.
people's schedules.
yeah,
So that's why the last two have been 10 a.m. But if you want to do the 10 a.m., if that seems to be working better for everyone, we can do that.
Which
If
is,
you want
which
to go
is
back
better.
to the 1 p.m., which we had discussed before, we can stick to that. For me, either one, because I'll be off all day.
I'm on either one works for me.
I mean, I kind of like having it early because then it's like, I don't know, my ADHD brain is like, I can't do anything in the morning because there's a board meeting at 1. So,
Okay, okay, so we'll want to target for 10 o'clock.
You too.
Yeah, sure.
10 a.m.
that's
10 a.m.?
fine.
10
Okay.
3 more months.
a.m., 13th, 10 a.m.
Do anything
Three
for 3
more
more months.
All right.
Okay.
Who wants to make the motion?
I will make a motion to close this meeting at 1:30 p.m.
Second,
All in favor?
I,
Any adjourn?
Better say nay.
God, I know, I wish we could have just